아이고.
WTF. Ow, my balls. The voices are back. Hummingbird V2 showed up today instead tomorrow. Thought I heard a British accent, must be high. G-Day to you, sir. Got my heated vest from Amazon today instead of Saturday. So happy. Oh, nice man.
Well,
Yo, sup, everyone.
good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
Work starts at 5
Welcome.
a.m. Those car rides in are chilly.
Oh yeah,
Sup,
sounds
y'alls?
like it. How is everybody doing today? How are we feeling? How are we looking? Everybody feeling good? Having good days? I hope so. For this evening, you may refer to me as the Supermom. We need to top that off, speaking of. Tonight we
Fan
are
freaking tastic.
we're on
What's
the
happening?
we're on the purple drink
You.
again.
Less than 90% today.
Finishing up that purple crush that I had in the fridge.
Chilling with a good ass feeling.
So a little cognac. That's why these have been sitting for a little while. They don't taste horrible. I
Robo
just
trippin'.
don't like
Hummingbird came in today instead tomorrow. LOL.
don't like cognac that much. That's a tough one. Hummingbird came in today instead of tomorrow. I think I just
You.
did. You just post a picture? I think I just saw that. Either way, even if that wasn't you posted, epic. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Have you gotten it in the air yet? If not, let me know when you do. I want to hear about it. All right, excuse me. Let me stop being so bloody rude. Mr. Bergman, howdy to you, Brundlefly. Hello, hello, John O'Connor.
At the hospital,
Sliding
labor
in.
and delivery, the OL lady is
Murrin?
about to have a baby.
Moran,
Nice cup.
number one or number two?
LOL.
Moran.
Howdy, y'all.
Or neither. Did I completely forget it already? I wouldn't put it past me. My ability to forget things is incredible.
I have to set find and auxiliary
John Doe,
switches.
what's happening, brother? How you doing? 8-bit FPV, my man. How are you, sir? June Loco, what's poppin'? Welcome, welcome, Nacho. Good to see you. Aphix, what's up, brother? Dangle's in here. Howdy, howdy.
Congrats. Go catch that kiddo at Nacho_FPV. Haha, you're doing great.
I need that little meme there. You're doing terrific.
What's up, heads?
Which one, though? One or two? Was it Moran or Moran? Moran or Murin? Am I thinking way too deep into this? FPV Trucker, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Where you at?
What up, heads?
What's happening? What's happening? Tonight, gentlemen
Hey,
and ladies, we're going to finally...
about 2 hours ago.
Ugh, look how plain. Ew, look how...
How many people have
basic.
entered the contest?
Ew.
Cold ass Kansas.
I haven't been keeping track. I'll go count if you remind me, though. They're all saved in my email. So this is our normal that we would use with our...
Does anyone have a decent Quicksilver preset for the Mobile
with
8
our mini
the BMI
AGO
Gyro?
1s. And our grip tape and all. Nice and comfy. And this is the one that Jumper sent me. This is the V2. And I have officially started my stress testing on it. So... Oh, stock gimbals. So we're back to stock gimbals tonight. We're drinking cognac and we're on stock gimbals. This is gonna be a rough night.
Can you
fellas.
fit the AGO 1 mini gimbals on that radio
I'm
loops?
not gonna lie.
Old and busted, vs new hotness.
Yes, that is what I have on
Sweet
this
testing.
radio. This is the mini AGO ones are what's in this one. If you can, oh yeah, you can tell. Nice and CNC'd and shiny and purty. So yeah, they do fit with a bit of finesse. You need to do some things. You should be half decent at soldering.
Sweet.
And you need a cutting wheel of some kind to remove a little bit of the tension spring. Just like the overhang of the tension spring, though. Sheesh, FPV, what's up? Brother, how you doing? Cold-ass Kansas. Woo!
Shoehorn them in.
That's a tough day to be in Kansas, too. It's cold as hell. New Jersey Greg, how you doing, man? Squeak testing? That's exactly correct. Yes. A lot of that tonight. A lot of squeak testing. Earthquakes. Incoming.
Get that snow heads.
Alright, let's, we're gonna do an open lobbies tonight, so feel free. Come on in. The air's fine. We are gonna be doing actual freestyle, not no bull mess. This is real, legit freestyle.
Have you seen them to Motor One's FC just ordered one of each?
Ooh, I can't. That's a secret map. That's for tomorrow morning. Freestyle Friday map is here. I have flown it very briefly, but god dang can I not wait to hop back in that bad boy. It is looking
Do you
like
pinch?
a lot of fun. No, I am a thumber. Get that snow. No, thank you. I avoid the snow as much as possible. Have you seen them T-Motor 1S flight controllers? Just ordered one of each.
LOL.
I have seen them. I have not ordered one just quite yet. I'm not exactly sure what the draw is to it. Like what. I can appreciate them trying. They're trying to break into that. That's epic. I like that. But looking at the board, it kind of looks like an old Happy Model board at first glance. I got to look over the specs again. I shouldn't talk mess. It could be pretty sick, but from the looks of it, I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll see what happens with it. I'm keeping track of it. Kind of. I'm like loosely looking at it. Where are we going? That's where we're going.
I'll let you know how it flies.
We're gonna start on a non-boner map. You don't want to start off a Thursday night with a boner map. You know, you want to work into a boner map. You don't want to like just dive right into a boner map. You want to kind of ease into it, you know? So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to start here. We're going to start home where we normally play, and then we'll move from here. The battery.
Oh, man,
how are you,
Nacho.
sir? Yes, please do. Let me know when you get it in. You were the one talking about the T-motor Jimmy Jams. Speaking of T-motor Jimmy Jams, oh gosh, the tension on these gimbals feels so bad. It's the stock tension, so. I messaged my best friend in the whole world ever, Ciati FPV, earlier because I was listening to a stream from last night.
I got a Crux 35
I found out
tonight.
that Get FPV
First flight, everything was going fine.
Has a Photoshopped picture on their website.
On the neighbor's roof and wouldn't rearm.
And I'm not sure if it's
hook up with a boner map.
I'm not sure if it's T-Motor's fault or if it's Get FPV's fault. But either way, it duped Ciati a little bit. He was trying to explain the difference in what the hell is it called? I can't remember the term for it now, but when you use less winds on a motor, how you would change the gauge of the wire and how it should kind of equal out the same weight, more or less. It should be pretty much the same.
Nice.
And how the T-motors were not.
FPV.
If anybody was curious, it's two different bells.
Yeah, saw that.
The T-motor M0802 22,000 kV is a unibell. And I believe is rated to be heavier, and then the 25,000 kV is the two-piece bells, which are dookie. So if you go to T-Motor's site, they show the right picture. They show the blue unibells, and they show the black and blue 25,000 kV ones that are two-piece bells. They show both, but then if you go to Get FPV's website, they show the black and blue one, and then they show the black and blue one, the exact same photo, but somebody's just photoshopped the black part of the bell blue. If you zoom in on the picture, I think it still says 25,000 kV on the side of the bell.
FPV, I've had bad luck with them.
So it's a little deceiving.
Three of them, all three not working after a few
Get
days
FPV,
or less of use.
You should fix that.
One even caught in fire at motor plugs on FC.
But I wanted to let Ciati know that
flying.
that was the
hooked it up to
the
beta
issue
flight.
was Get
Put
FPV
the
was
250 MW tune on it,
doing
and it
weird
seems better now.
stuff with their
It's too dark to give
product,
it the beans.
picks.
Let's see what happens tomorrow. What's the name of the session I wanna join?
It's called Actual Freestyle, I think. I think that's what it's called. Oh, these gimbals. Woo! These gimbals. I mean, they feel nice, but frig, man, these stick ends are sharp AF.
This is my second. The first one I had caught fire mid-flight.
Oh, God. I've been using the other T-Light stick ends. I've been using that since I got that radio, which was
I
like
believe
a
Angry
year
Don
ago.
prefers the two-piece bells.
He does,
Supposedly
yeah, for
they handle
cooling.
heat better than one solid piece.
Correct. Yep.
At the same place you described.
Woo! I actually talked to Angry Don
I like
2
fire.
days ago. 2 days ago we talked for quite a little bit, which was nice. It's always nice to catch up with him. I miss Don. I miss Don's his energy. His energy in the hobby was it was something special, something unique. But anyhow, we had a nice chat. Talked about the new Happy Model motors a wee bit.
I like fire.
He gave me some suggestions for what he would do with them in a build, so I think I'm going to try that. I'll mention the build in my video on those motors, which should be coming shortly. Those kind of went on the back burner a little
I
bit.
typed CLI bind _ RX in my RC bind on Elvis Luke.
Because I wanted to do the BBs video. I was so ready to do the BBs video. I'm Gross98. What's happening, brother? Welcome.
I also like fire. Minus forest fires.
Yeah, big fan of
Probably
fires
not
too.
same version,
Minus.
Elvis.
Minus forest fires. Although I will say, forest fires are pretty amazing to see, even though they're a complete tragic thing. It's like watching a volcano, swallow or lava swallow up a town kind of thing. It's tragic, but it's fascinating.
House fires are also a bummer.
Scientifically, like to watch. It's one of those things. Yeah, house fires, unfortunately, man, with FPV, we hear about those a lot. That's unfortunate. You got to be very careful with your lipo stuff. Take all those very seriously.
House fires are definitely a bummer.
Not worth your negligence for any reason. Because the end result, even when you're being careful, you know, even the people that have been careful have had house fires too. It can happen to the best of us.
Sup y'all, razor drop of blood.
Gotta be careful. Is that Brandon Beans? Yeah, it is. Brandon Beans coming
Where
in
I'm
here.
at, fires are terrible. They go buck wild once they get going. You fly so amazing, good shit.
Is it really dry where you're at or something? Thank you, June Logo. Appreciate that. Trying to break in these new gimbals here on this. We're flying the new T-Lite tonight, the T-Lite V2. Jumper sent it to me to check out.
I'm building my 5-inch with
So,
Mr. 30 connectors on the motors from
firstly,
here on out.
very nice of them to do so. They reached out and offered to send one. I didn't have to do a review. They said, not obligated. It's a gift. But they did want me to have it,
blood beans.
which is pretty sick.
Don't forget to switch to live chat, everyone.
Oh god. But the gimbals are extremely sharp. I forgot how sharp the stick ends are when they're brand new.
Hey Brandon, /.
I might actually switch to my stick ends just so I can have the my thumbs not get all jacked up for 5 days of using these. I can't imagine my stick ends are the T-Lite stick ends. They're just old, so they're all rounded out from me using them forever.
Thanks for the reminder.
I'm double checking they're the exact same, and then I'm swapping them. Yeah, they're the exact same. All right, we're swapping them.
I've had lots of fires where I live. We lost the town of Paradise 4 years ago, and now the whole place is a Silent Hill bando pretty much.
That's the
Luckily,
saddest
we
thing
didn't
ever, to
have
have a
any
place
bad
called
ones this
Paradise.
year.
Have that
At
happen
Mike
to a place
Berkman,
called
you
Paradise.
like better than race wire. 2 barbecued for sim time. Dang.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of that. I did some boxing earlier today too, just to kind of get the lead out. So I'm wiped. My son, I take my son to school this morning, and drop him off. I come home, jump in the shower, get out of the shower, my phone rings. Hi, Mr. Flynn. It's the nurse, and your son's throwing up everywhere. Fantastic. I'll be right there. So I went and picked him up and hung out with him. So the majority of the day was kind of not ruined. That's not the right way to put it, but it was changed.
At I am gross
Emergency
98
plans.
yet, I had some race wire blowout on SIXS, so I've been scared to use
But
it
anyways,
since.
I'm just flipping wiped. I am pooped. All right, there we go. Comfortable stick ends again. Nice. All right,
We haven't
now I
had
won't
decent
feel like I'm
rain
going to
in
be
a very
bleeding
long time.
by the end of this.
All the lakes and reservoirs are fucked. California is fucked if we don't get biblical snow. I did 80 kg / 176 lbs sets on the bench today.
Shoo! Good on
What
you,
up, dude?
Dusty Joe. How you doing, man? WB.
At Poodlehawk FPV, I'm in Chico. Where you at? Ventura at Brandon Beans.
Oh. Get there. Woo, baby. It's not often we hit that first shot. Not often. Spicy meatball.
Still won't bind to my Jumper T Pro with extended Elvis module.
Oops.
Dude. After countless packs I finally got trippy spins down.
Hell
Hardest
yeah.
part was getting into it.
Yeah,
Pretty
it is.
pumped.
Once you lock in, it's over with. I tried to explain that. It's like a hard feeling to explain, but once you get it to lock in the first time and you realize where your fingers got to be, you're like, oh,
Fuck yeah.
that's how you do it. And then you're like, yeah. And then you're just in there.
Cradle and FTW.
Woo. Oh, do you do the cradle in? I like the cradle. The cradle end's pretty clean. I like my favorite is the stoppy or the wall tap or Maddie into it. The Maddie into it's a lot of fun. Oops, when you don't completely botch it. It's hard to do it on a light pole. It's easier to do it over like
Twist them titties. Dude,
like a crane or
once I got it.
some jazz.
Cradle in. How about orbit to trippy?
Yeah, orbit to trippy's cool. Or the little reverse orbit pullback thing I've been working on.
Nice. Haven't been able to fly lately. Tried your way and couldn't get the flip right. I like TikTok trippies. I hadn't trippy in a while and went to the park and tried, and I ended up doing a reverse orbit. Waiting on new 0802s from RD75 Quetzales should be back in the air Monday.
Nice. Ooh. Oh, smack. A little wide for that.
Is there a trick you can't do, LOL?
Split S's are really hard. No, I'm just like, no, I'm sure there is. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Oops.
Got a set of Unibells and a replacement for the two-piece that snapped.
Nice.
That way I have a spare set.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
So to do those constant side loops, is it kinda the same concept as the trippy?
Yep.
Can we see some reverse wall rides?
I guess you're working your throttle a lot more,
Most people need hypersmooth to do split S.
you know? Reverse wall rides? Yeah. For sure. Whoops.
Discovered your boy Shawnee D on YouTube. He is doing some epic shit.
Shawnee D is a beast.
Hey chat, random question.
Yeah, Shawnee D is
Anybody
a beast.
mess with wings?
We,
Is TDS not swearing anymore?
No, I should. We flew, in IGAO together, I believe. We were both in IGAO 2 together. I was supposed to help him with one of his more recent trick videos. He told me about them months ago. I just trying to keep up with everything else. I don't know. I just get so far behind on shit.
Was talking down about 1S freestyle.
I can't like.
Hot wings.
I don't know. I can't focus when I'm flying on like one particular trick. That's why I had so much trouble with IGAO. Is I have a hard time like just being like go do this exact trick. You know, I have to kind of like flow into it a little bit, I guess.
I mess with wings.
But Shawnee D is a beast.
Feel yacht.
Love
So
that dude.
Behind on stuff.
I feel
Jackie
horrible
Chan and Bruce Lee tricks are crazy.
that I didn't get back to him in time. Yeah, I was trying to get I have a couple of clips of me doing it. I just have to dig through my DVR and find it. But I record so much crap on my DVR. It's like if I lose it for a moment, it's gonna take me a month to find it. But I was doing them on my back. He was trying to get a video of like a couple people doing it on their back through their legs. And yeah.
Any good videos to watch for setup?
Oh well.
Wanna do a long rang FPV wing?
Oh well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe chat might know. I don't do any long range stuff though. It's all really neat, all that long range stuff. I'm not like uninterested in it at all. I just I don't think I have the nerves for it to fly that far away from myself. I just don't trust it, you know.
I could send you a 7-in frame I don't use. At Dusty Joe Painless 360 has some good videos. TBS also has good videos. Start close range man, you'll lose your shit going long range right away. Brandon is long range guy. Wings are super easy.
Ooh.
Yeah, him was just thinking.
Oh god. Kodiak! Yakakaka.
Knack knack.
Knack knack?
Setup is where I'm kinda lost.
Who's there?
Is there going to be an IGOW this year?
Not this
Some
year.
have
It'll be
FCs, some don't.
2023. You'll hear about it right here. We'll be talking about it plenty before it starts. Same with like Nick Burns. Usually he'll mention it. You can always follow Skittles. He hosts the whole thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Skittles said 2023 will be the next one. Which is fine. I mean, they're doing Rayscale right now, so I'm sure they're busy. There's like a little barrier in here. I used to like the trippy spin. Yeah, this little one right here. Try to work on your low altitude trippy spins in here.
Sweet, I have been watching Infinity Loops and Nick Burns, of course.
Nick is the man. Did you guys see the little comment he left me about doing the dive through a smaller box? Well, I guess if you don't follow me on Facebook, you wouldn't know that. But he put a comment on one of the shorts that I posted. I think it was last week. One of the ones where I was doing a dive through the cardboard box that was hanging up in the garage, and he was saying to step it up and do a dive through a box.
Bet you did it too.
That's the size of a tea light. Well, yeah, if you follow me on Facebook there, I posted a picture from the GoPro. I put a GoPro on the floor, recording like looking up at the ceiling, and put the box over top of it. So when I dive down through it, you can actually like see the whoop. So you can see that I'm not touching anything and I'm diving straight through it. So I wanted to make sure I got that angle. So I took a still frame of that. I haven't dug through the DVR yet. I'll edit it later, but I'll post a video probably tomorrow at some point. Because it looks like I'll be hanging around with my son again tomorrow. Because he is sick. Oh, God. Whoops.
That dive through a cardboard box was crazy. Now you are going to step it up and dive through a smaller box. At Mike Bergman, did you see my
Oh, I already
latest
did it.
videos?
Yeah, my bad. I
I
already
went
did
hiking
it.
to one of my
I
favorite
just haven't.
LR spots
I just
with my
haven't
parents and
gotten
let them ride
the
along
DVR
on
footage yet.
HDMI out to the laptop.
But yeah. Yeah, as soon as he said something, I was like, well,
Bottomless pint
I guess I
glass
gotta do
in
that.
a 65 millimeters.
Can't really say no to Nick
Watching
Burns.
your own flights in
know?
third-person view is fun.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Now dive through a vertical hoop silhouette.
Vertical hoop silhouette. Huh? I gotta figure out what that is first.
You guys are on a whole another level.
Bonk.
At Brandon Beans, I haven't yet.
One day
You
I'm gonna
just
sit here
reminded me.
for
It's
like
in my
an
watch
hour
later stuff. Trippy spin inside eyeglass globe.
and get that finally.
The same shape as a
in
vertical tiny hoop.
both ways, both directions.
I'll watch after this. Just big enough to clear. New Hummingbird V2 on 2.5.1. Damn, I'm almost out of Elvis receivers.
I'm not sure, actually.
That's what she says.
Probably, because I'm pretty sure they didn't get to 3.0 yet. I would have to ask OG. It's his birthday today, too. I don't want to bug him. Otherwise, I would just message him real quick. But I think he's with his old lady, so I don't want to intrude. Oh, we're in there like swimwear, baby.
Sorry,
I also
Mike.
did a reverse dive backwards through it. So, okay, so I didn't dive through the box. I did a power loop, and then on the way down through the power loop, I like dove through the box on the way down. So I don't know if that's harder. I guess. Yeah, it probably is harder than just split S-ing into it, huh?
Not what I meant, LOLOL.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I guess I didn't
Not
cheat.
at all.
For some reason, I was thinking I was
I've got a
cheating.
couple of
But
bricked ELRS receivers.
now that I think about it, I guess that is a little harder to like do a power loop and do a dive. But
Not
like
easy.
say like this was the box hanging here, like this is the box, and then this was another box on the floor here, like a little square there. Like I was like power looping up over the box and then down through the tube like that, down through the cardboard, like that.
You need to try Phantom's new move he posted. The laser flip. I need more EP1s.
I saw somebody talking about
Too
that. Isn't
many
that like a
crossfire
sideways thing? I don't know. I don't like stick bang moves, like where it's like you gotta be like.
It's not possible to brick Elvis
I don't
receivers, I
know.
thought.
I think I saw somebody trying it though.
Adapter at Poodlehawk FPV?
Isn't it sideways? It's like something you go sideways over something, like sideways, and then I don't remember now, but it's something like that, isn't it? Maybe I'm thinking of something different. Let me know. If I'm thinking of something different, then I'll go watch it and figure out what it is and how to do it. But I thought it was kind of like a cartwheel, like kind of one of those where you like flip over on your side.
Just about to maiden a TKS Star-Lord 2's built on Elvis.
Ooh.
No, I saw them though. I'm just lazy and completely stupid with computers. It's so painful to knock a capacitor off a crossfire receiver. It's not aesthetic trick at all. Like a ninja star. Double flip. Matty out.
Yeah, stuff where it's got like a bunch of like weird, quick little things. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Is it's not like aesthetically pleasing. Like
Sweet.
if I had to pick
Star-Lord.
styles, I probably
Cam
wouldn't.
putters.
I probably wouldn't want to go for one to watch. I wouldn't want to watch like Mr. Steele's style. Like I totally see the draw of his style, and I'm not bashing it. I don't think it's like not impressive at all. It's not like my style of flying that I like to watch. I kind of like I don't know, like I guess tricks around things or with things, like element tricks. I don't know how to explain that. Like environment tricks. You know, where you're like using things to do stuff. But I get the idea of like the you know, people like doing like little Rubik's cubes and
Proxy.
shit like that.
It's seizure inducing. I like to use the map too.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not a
all.
Bang fan.
It's like it's preference, you know. Whew. I like doing bendy, flowy kind of things. I don't mind the fast tricks, but I just personally I never moved my rates up for that reason because I don't move fast.
What a rock
I
star
move
man.
pretty slow, you know.
WTF.
Get there. Woo! Yeah, just moving like doing fast little things.
There are
I don't
only
know.
a few Spang pilots who make it look good and skillful immo. Your style is awesome. What rig you use here?
This is the Yakuza, which is actually technically a racing 5-inch quad, but for some reason I like the way it handles the weight.
I need to sim.
Simming is everything, man. Simming and whooping is everything because it's what you can do any time of day, or not any time of day, but on any kind of day. So like 5-inch quad, if it's hella windy outside or raining, snowy, like I mean, you could go out and fly. You can formal coat your stuff, go out and fly, put a jacket on, whatever, you'll be fine. But it's not like a good time. You're not learning much when you're super uncomfortable.
Soon to Velocidrone. Did you start flying FPV in 2019? Never been a sim fan.
I started at
just didn't feel real. Here.
Yes, I started December of 2019. So I guess technically, yes, 2019. But yeah, simming and whooping you can just do whenever, you know. Kids are down for a nap, hit the whoop up real quick, hit the sim up. Sick, got the day off. Rip a few packs through the whoop. Or run some time on the sim.
The sim is the only reason I didn't quit a month into the hobby. Sim is pretty much life during the winter.
Yes, I agree. Well, minus whoops. For me, whoops.
Texas not really a winter here.
Whoops are just the shit.
Has anyone conformal coded a hoop like successfully before?
Yeah.
I tried and failed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Bums
a couple
me out
people
for
have.
starting in 2018. I'm nowhere here this LOL. Sim has gotten better immo. Facts. If I have liftoff and DRL already, is it worthwhile getting Velocidrone too?
That is all personal preference. I'll tell you this, I have DRL, I have liftoff, and I have Velocidrone.
Fractal liked my one's rig.
Personally, just me, personally, I prefer Velocidrone. However, I know tons of pilots who prefer liftoff. So, I mean, it's preference. It's definitely preference. If you have those two and you've been using them for a while and you're feeling like they're a little stale or you have a little bit of a disconnect with them,
it's 50 degrees in Texas
try
and that's
Velocidrone.
cold to me.
Why not?
Couple years ago, tried sim, hated it, learned to fly FPV with whoops, but now the sims are much better.
Yeah, I'm sure they've come a long way.
You need a sealed camera for winter.
Sure.
Those are the only things I kept burning after conformal coding stuff.
Good to know.
Liftoff micros is good, otherwise it's all Velocidrone.
Dusty Joe, you get out of here with your 50 degrees and that's cold.
I love Velocidrone.
That is absurd.
I just wish it had
What
3D
an absurd
mode.
statement.
I started in 2018 and got really in 2019.
I go out to the store
Liftoff multi is more
in
interactive
shorts
and ND less floaty,
with
but
no
racing
socks
is where
on.
it's it.
in a tank top in 50 degree weather. I'm sweating. I'm mowing the lawn in 50 degree weather. And don't you forget it. That's me. Super mom. Liftoff multiplayer is more interactive? Yes, for sure.
I like uncrashed. No multi though. I have a space heater on non-stop at my desk. My wife hates my office.
Ooh.
Sauna.
Yeah, I would hate that too.
21F outside. I go to the mailbox in my old man shoes and t-shirt. Sometimes I even wear pants.
How do we
I
just
printed
power loop a building?
for a 75mm hoop.
We cheated
Anyone really fly in cold winter with that huge box with the sleeves?
there. Yes.
LOL.
I have one.
I like Uncrashed for long-range simulation.
It's the best thing ever. Are you talking about the radio glove? Who's talking shit?
TRYP is good for LR cinematic.
Who's talking shit about my radio glove?
I like TRYP for long-range simulation.
Smurf?
Oh, I want to see that Back to the Future build.
You want to go?
E-Doc swears by that TX cover.
Dude, I will second that.
TRYP is sick, Brandon.
I will second that. You know what I do?
73 degrees feel like it's freezing.
Get out of here. Jesus, Murphy. You know what I do? So last winter, I was out flying for a friend of mine. He has a roofing company. And they were just getting started out. And I was like, I'll come out for free. Because you're my buddy. I'll fly for you. And he was like, all right, but all the jobs we do are at like 6, 7 in the morning. So you're going to have to be out there early. So I got out there early for him because I'm a friend. And I brought that glove ahead of time. I ordered that TX glove. So I took the TX glove and I took 2 packets of those hand warmers, the hot hands. Just, opened up one pack, I guess, that has 2 little things in it. Tossed those bitches inside of the mitten, the TX mitten thing. I just left them in there. Just left them kicking around and then put my radio in. By the time I was done flying, my hands were sweating. I was so comfortable. That thing is like covered on the inside with like fur or some type of like fuzzy material. Oh my God. It gets so warm in there. And if you have little hot hands in there too, the little hot hand warmers, even better idea is to get a electronic hand warmer. Then you can just recharge it. I got one of those too.
Where can we find the rates you use? I've gotten 2 guys at...
My rates are just stock Betaflight rates. Just default Betaflight rates. 667 on all access, no expo.
Work into the hobby by playing the sim on break. One more and I'm Saint Poodlehawk. Yes, radio glove. You put hand warmers in there too?
Yes.
I have one but never used it.
Yeah, I throw hand warmers in it too.
If
it's cold enough. If it's cold enough. I haven't done it every time I've used it.
Anything that separates
it's
you
so
from the
good.
wind makes things acceptable.
Exactly. It's the wind.
Stiff fingers are the worst, LOL.
When you cut that wind
out,
out.
pick the radio glove up. Cold weather makes me hurt. My joints.
I'll tell you what it was the first time I went to go fly with Malty and OG. So they had been flying FPV before me. They both started before me. And then when they brought me into the little group to go fly, I went out to Malty's house with a hoodie on, and it's like dead of winter. Like I said, I started in December. So, I mean, it's cold as shit. And I'm out with just a hoodie on, and I had an X-Lite. It was this exact radio. I had my X-Lite, and I had this wedged in my hoodie pocket. Because I wasn't cold. It was the wind. The wind was just burning my fingers, like just making them. Oh God, cold wind is the worst thing on the world.
My body aches.
Least favorite
too,
weather
Brandon.
is cold wind.
Yeah, USB warmer that you use from power bank.
Yes.
I just
Those
sit
are
in
the
my
best.
car HA. At Brandon.
Well, that's an
Bean
option. True.
That shit has me hunched over.
I was at a work site, so
Yeah,
or a job
beans.
site, so I couldn't
Cold got me
pull
almost
my truck up
lately.
on the site. But yeah.
Usually I just do a massive punk out at the end of the flight to get
dear.
a toasty battery to warm with.
Good
There
call.
is an app that makes your phone heat up.
That sounds dangerous.
I just got a vest with a plug-in power bank for heated zones.
nice.
Need some hot pants now.
What I got was Under Armour makes like fleece under stuff, so they have like pants and a shirt. So I got both of those. Completely unnecessary once you like get out
Under
into the warmth.
You're going to have
Or out
to
into
drop a
the
link
cold.
to the TX glove. I need one of those. Got the Fractal 75
I just got mine on
frame
Amazon.
kit all set up with the Mobula 6 guts in it. It flies completely different. Only issue is batteries.
What batteries are you using?
Hard heating jacket.
I feel like we could like slingshot through that if we go. Oh, I bet we could. Hang on. If we go like yeet, and then yeah. Ah, we went into it. Can I whip my ass around that fast? Sorry, I'm talking to myself. We're debating. Nah. Go a little wide with that.
I got 380 mah ones bats right now. Got 450 mah on the way.
On what are you flying? Fractal 75 kit. Okay. Phew. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're good. I thought you were putting 450s on a Mobile 6, but you said you were swapping the guts. I see. Yeah. Oops. I'm gonna do like a little. Has somebody already done that? I feel like Callisto's already done that. Has he done like a nose up? No, his is. How do you do Callisto's thing again? I think it's. Yeah, it's nose up, 360, Matty out. That's right. The Stellar Re-Entry. That's what that's called. That's right. I'm doing the two parts too far apart. There we go. That's how it looks. Yeah.
Recent Power 0802 has terminal for wires instead of wires. Is that new?
What do you mean it has terminal for wires?
Nice.
Yeah. That's how you summon Callisto. All you gotta do is do a Stellar Re-Entry. And he appears. It's like when they light the joint in Half Baked and Snoop Dogg just like creeps up from out of nowhere. You do a Stellar Re-Entry and Callisto's just like, yo, that's good. You rang. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Are you in here flying? What are you doing with your life?
I am using the GNB batteries. Got more batteries en route, no worries on the battery front.
Nice.
Just getting used to the Fractal 75. How big of a difference is the bi-blades versus tri-blades on the Fractal? No motor wires, just terminals. Was watching for a second and saw that. Hello all.
The hell's a
I'm about to pass out.
the hell's a terminal?
Yeah man, lol.
All right, Callisto. Well, thanks.
Snoop Dogg just grows from the
Thanks
rain
for
gutter,
popping in.
lol.
My bad. Didn't mean to summon you. I don't need anything. Sorry. No motor wires, just terminals. All right.
LOL.
You've said it now twice, and I need to figure out what the hell it is that you're talking about because I can't picture this. I thought I did see the RC and Power.
They're at AliExpress. Only rendering of them. No real pictures, I think. The plugs.
Hasn't RC and
Solder
Power
pads.
posted pictures of them?
Bullet connectors. I wasn't considering Avatar HD, but those box goggles got me thinkin', not gonna lie. Outgoing line, 28 AWG 1.25 terminal.
I see nothing. Wait, they gave us a link. Just in case it's like a picture of a big wiener or something. I don't know what RC and Power's putting out.
Search them at AliExpress.
Okay, it is on AliExpress where they sent me anyways. Boo!
The motor plugs.
Oh, it's solder pads. Yeah, it's just solder pads. It's a PCB board, it looks like, right? Isn't that what that looks like? Yeah, that's what that looks like, right? Little PCB board there.
AliExpress scares me.
And it should. Yeah. Solder pads.
Chris.
This is normal. This is pretty normal. And dual bearing, right? Yeah, dual bearing. Interesting. And they're only one... Okay, never mind. They're basically 2 grams. That's a pretty motor, though.
A few extra steps, but solder pads are better for replacing whole motor wires.
You
Weird.
got it.
Should we do that on all the motors? I
Motor
stay
wires?
away from bangers
solder
and
pads, I mean?
AliExpress.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The problem I had with the T-motors is that a wire ripped off of the terminal, or not the terminal, off of the windings. Because if you don't have solder pads on a motor, then it's directly to the winding. So if you rip one, it's repairable, but good luck. It's not like it's impossible, but frig that. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy to have to do that. No thanks. But yeah, no, I agree. I think solder pads are a good move in the future for every motor. For every motor, for everyone. Who was behind me just goosing their throttle that whole time? Who's this? Why are you running from me? Who are you? Don't you run from me. Oh, it's Sheesh. I see you. Was it you? Alright, you guys ready to go to get boner-fied?
When do we get carbon bells?
It's time to pop our Thursday night boner. Carbon bells? Now there's an interesting thought. I don't know.
I was stuck in a crash loop. Weird.
Oh.
Had to reset. My B.
No, you're good. I wasn't like actually upset or anything. But if you do it again, I will ban you
with plastic bell
from everywhere. Taking you off my buddy list.
Stuck in AK hole.
Which one do we want to go to here? Temple of Doom. Yes.
Did someone say ban?
Oh yeah, don't get Bergman excited, alright? He starts tossing that wrench around, somebody's liable to get hurt. Hey, where's that guy? Where's that tiny whoop fella?
No way at Brundle_fly.
Jesse! I need to talk to you. Jesse, we need to cook.
Graphene bells.
Graphene
I
bells.
throw wrenches at others.
That's what they're for.
Yeah, I need to ask him about dying.
If you're not tossing wrenches at people, then stop
Frames
bogarting all the
LOL.
wrenches from the rest of us.
Graphene. Walta. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, dodge. That's right. Words to live by.
If you can dodge a wrench.
No. Ooh. Headbutted my mic.
Heads up.
Huh.
Pure bait. Map is sweet.
Yeah, this is a Boner FPV original. Yeah, pretty sick map. And I believe there's hidden stuff here, right? Yes, there is. There's a hidden temple here underground.
LMAOL.
Over here in the mountain. Ah! Oh, ah! You gotta fly down the butthole. Oh my god, there's unicorns flying down this thing now! Did he add those? God dang unicorn, this bad boy. And there's like this whole underground freestyle place that is super ill. Oh god. You want to talk? Did somebody say they wanted to talk to Jesse about dying? Oh, dying frames. Okay. Robot lady sometimes, you know, when she says stuff, I don't realize who's saying it.
LOL. Heads, if you talk to Boner before I do, I haven't forgotten. Body got me down lately.
Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. I talk to him pretty much every day. Pretty much every day. We're like brothers from other mothers.
Drop of blood.
We got a lot in common, which is crazy. But yeah, we do have a lot in common.
Robot lady sucks with context.
A lot of like obscure things in common, which is kind of neat. But anyways, yeah, I'll let him know.
He's a very cool man.
I'm sure it's not a problem. I'm sure it's not a problem. He's a patient dude. Is that a spy plane? Get back here. Oh, it's way up there. It's a predator. It's a drone.
Walta, get your tiny whoops under control, Walta.
Walta.
Just a little patience.
Ugh. Alright, this isn't the map I was thinking of. But now that you've seen its secrets. Wait, dang it. I can't go full screen with my maps screen list, because then you'll know the surprise for tomorrow. Which one am I looking for? This is the one I was looking for. Okay, I was confused. I think both of these maps were released around the same time. This one I think is better though. IMO. I like this one better. Oh god. 8-bit has brought out all of the weaponry. Oh, we could flick all the way back into the dive?
You are dazed and confused. R was only one robot lady said.
Yeah. Woohoo!
X.
Yeah, robot lady is very particular about the murderous things that she'll say. Alright, so just when you think you've explored this last little bit out here, you need to follow the bridge.
SIXS.
Cause you ain't seen nothing yet. This was just a decoy. The real map is through the doors. Sheesh is on his way there already. He knows what's up. You gotta yeet in there. And then you gotta hit him with the big dives. The big dives. Oh yeah. And you gotta hit the gaps. You gotta hit all the gaps. I said all the gaps. Oh no. Go.
Was that your Mark impression? Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word.
You mean Marky Mark? I can't do a good Marky Mark. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da ba da ba. Yep.
This is insane, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Father Stew.
Yeah, his
Mass hole. Well done, Boner.
his maps are nuts. if you want to get nuts, just fly a boner. Cause yeah, that's what he does. He makes
What is this map called?
some wild stuff. This is called Welcome to the Jungle. Oh god. Oh yeah, and these little things over here are wicked too. These are wicked pisser.
At Brundle_fly, what tune did you flash on your Mobula 6 Guts with the Fractal 75 setup? Is this Quake or Unreal Engine?
Feels that way. Especially out in here. Where the power-ups at? Get that yellow armor, baby.
I kept it stock Mobeetle setup.
Dive spotted. Dive executed. Ooh, just squeaking in there. Just give it a squeaking in there. Please. We're fine. We're fine. Oh no. How do we not have enough juice in our caboose to do that? Oh, do we hit the steps?
At Brundle_fly cool.
Am I a big,
I
thick
will do the
dum-dum?
same.
Likely. There's a guy I knew once from Boston. Used to hang out in my streams and jump in Discord and just talk shit with us all the time. He's a good dude. Very private fella. Didn't know much about him.
Never really gave me a reason to change it.
Wouldn't join like anything where you needed to make an account. I think he even did Discord through a browser on like a burner account, or as he would say, a burna. But anyways, this is an actual clip of him saying "wicked pissa."
That was wicked pissa.
It's probably one of my favorite things you say all the time. Miss him, poor guy. I don't even know how to look for him. I started getting him into FPV. I think he bought one of those beta FPV kits. Poor guy. One of those RTF kits.
Briege.
But then I don't know that he ever actually flew it very much. And then he disappeared. I only ever talked to him when I streamed on Twitch, and I don't stream on Twitch anymore, so I don't know how to get a hold of him. I don't know how to contact him. We talked for like 2 years though. It's insane. Just like one day.
Find your boy from Boston.
He was just gone. That was it. I don't even know where. Where do I even look? You know, he gave me a fake name on purpose,
Regret
and he said,
is all you get from Baytaf.
He said
Damn,
it wasn't his real
that
name.
is a shame.
He was very open about the fact that he was extremely nervous about giving out his public information.
I am back. It was me.
That's why I'm not saying the name, because I don't want anybody to pretend. But he gave me a fake name, and I knew it was a fake name because it's somebody else's name, it's a character's name already. It's not like a real person's name, but it's like already a character's name. So it sounded not right. It sounded like a fake name. And then after he talked to us for a while, he eventually just said, like, yeah, it's a fake name.
Legos Johnson.
But I'm pretty sure he had a stomach issue too, if I remember right. And he said he used to get really bad anxiety
Some people
before
don't
he
want
left
to
the
be
house.
found.
And that was his problem with like going out to fly. I kept telling him, I was like, go to the park, go to the park so you can fly your whoop. And he was like, nah, because he was scared to fly it out front because he didn't really have a front yard per
Did
se.
he have an anime profile pic?
No.
LOL.
No, yeah, he wasn't really into anime. OG will tell you about him sometime. I'm sure OG will be able to remember more of them, but we got some funny stories of just conversations with Ted. He's a funny guy. I'll give you his first name. I won't give you his last name. I got to give you something so I don't have to keep saying the guy from Boston. But yeah, Ted is the name he gave me. Old Ted.
How to get boner maps available in Velocidrone.
If you have the
bear?
combat pack, you do need the combat pack to fly the majority of them.
Ted Bundy.
No.
Damn,
No.
wish we could send him some indicate to help with his anxiety.
Yeah, I tried to recommend smoking weed to him too, and I think he lives in a legal state. I think we found out he lived in a legal state. Yeah, Boston, right? Isn't Boston or Massachusetts and all that whole area? Can't you just? I'm pretty sure is it statewide, or is it by city up there? Because it's kind of it's kind of gray areas with Maryland because we have DC, which isn't really a state; it's a district. But like it's legal there, but it's not legal in Maryland. But like you
Ted
can
Bundy was pretty based.
walk over to
Aside
DC
from
and
the
just
whole
grab
Unabomber
something,
thing,
and then you're good to go.
wasn't the movie Ted about a teddy bear in Boston? Haha.
It was. Yeah, you're
Mod
right.
is legalized recreational. I don't know. I would send him some nugs free of charge.
Math is recreational. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure he mentioned that too. I feel like we had this conversation with him. But anyways, yeah. Hell of a nice guy. I bet I could find a lot more of him talking. I don't know what he looks like. Never seen what he looks like. Not even positive about his age. He
Couldn't find what version Elvis on Hummingbird V2. Ted Kaczynski was uni guy.
They don't say it on.
Oh, sorry. I was referring to Al Bundy.
They don't say it on Newbie website. What version they ship it with? The mystery of Ted. OG and I have sat and talked about it quite a bit. Like we've spent, random times where we're just sitting talking about nothing, and that'll come up in conversation, and then we'll like what the hell? Like, what a weird
Ted
person
Kaczynski.
to like never share anything for that long with people, and like we talked about all types of stuff. Like I knew quite a bit about
Good
him.
catch, Ithik.
Just didn't know. Didn't know what his real name or anything was.
I listened to a deep dive on Ted Kaczynski. He was interesting.
Yeah. Sounds like an interesting fella.
I get my murderers mixed up, I guess, lol. Beta Flight V2 Alvars. For SPI.
Beta Flight version 2? What? Is there a second version of Beta Flight out?
I live in the same town that the Iceman used to live in. Absolute mad lads on Ted Kaczynski. Dude was a lot more based than I thought. My mom grew up with him, lol. Probably 2.3 better.
Oh, there's just crossbars.
No, I mean Elvis V 2.0 on Beta Flight 4.3.
Oh, I see.
Mad lads, nice. Beta Flight 4.4 is Elvis 3. At Brundle_fly, thanks for the tips. The fractal is flying great. Nice. Just getting sub 2-minute flight times until the batteries show up.
Oof, yeah.
So far I am happy with
Those
the setup thus far.
Done. What kind of motors are you running on it?
Sounds kinda dank.
Yeah, the Mobula 6, a really popular conversion that people did with those when those first came out was to swap them to 75mm frames and put bigger props on them, because it just flew way better.
Gotta check it out, Ithix. It's so good. I don't want rollback on my BETAF extended module 3.0 to 2.0.
Did we just run into nothing? That was something.
Ook, I did.
But I want to hit the ceiling here. There's like
Quicksilver does 3.01.
the ceiling's all one color right
Beta
there.
Flight
It's hard to
Nightly
tell.
would have 3.0. Oh, I did.
The ceilings are great.
I am running the 0802-25,000 kV motors.
Just a little hang down there. There it is. Easier to see from this side.
Quicksilver or Beta Flight? Is Quicksilver even available for the new Hummingbird?
Alright, we need to take a minute.
The Mob 6
No.
race motors?
The Quicksilver is not available for the Hummingbird. Newbie Drone... Quicksilver
Does
reached out
anybody
to Newbie
recommend
Drone,
0702
but Newbie Drone was not
motors in
interested.
a 75 millimeters quad?
That's what I've heard. At least. We're going to take a moment. God damn, look at those flipping... Look at those indents. Oh, it's brutal. Show them the goods. Show them the goods. Oh, it's not going to show it all, but... Whew.
I thought I heard that too. Sheesh. At Brundle_fly, are you talking to me?
We'll take a moment.
That brutal.
We will
Spiky.
take a moment.
Softig.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Before it didn't do... Oh, that's right.
I'm procrastinating building 3 NFE silverware
This
brushed
comes with
hooks
Edge
with
TX
helms,
on
but
it.
I'm gonna finally do it tomorrow. My
The
buddy
old
probably
version
ready to call about them.
comes with
At Mike Bergman, I like my mad lads.
OpenTX. Very nice.
Hex QEA do it.
Oh, my back. Oh, my neck and my back. We got any new things on the market? I messaged RC and Power. Maybe I gotta reach out to somebody else. I'm trying to find out if I can get a set of those motors a little faster
I
than
installed Edgets
from
on my Jumper
AliExpress.
T Pro. At Gordon Yup.
I'll pay more.
I
I
had
just
been
want
running those
to
until
not have
I
to
broke
wait
a
a
shaft.
month to get them. Especially the holidays. Oh god. Oh, shipping
My
on
neck
things
and
is
my
gonna
back.
suck so bad.
Heads, what buy blades do you recommend?
For 40 millimeter, Gem fans. Gem fan buy blades are the teats. IMO.
For sure, Ivix.
Big fan. I'm very upset.
My Jumper T12 Pro went full boot loop after dropping it, but I REFL-ashed it and got it back.
What
Good
on
thing I had my
God's
models
green
backed up.
earth is that?
Yep, they did good.
What the hell are these? Besides, besides, what is that? Oh, 1.9 grams. Solo bearing?
REFL-ashed. At Brundle_fly, yes, these are the original motors that came with my Mobula 6. Those are the fastest 802 Betaf has. Do they have dual bearings heads? I think they're
I
pretty.
don't think they have dual bearings out at 1.88 gram. I don't think so. That's pretty light if it was dual bearing.
I can't hate on Betaf motors.
I know, I'm just talking shit. As I do. It's the 2022
Wish
version.
they would get rid of the C-clips on small motors.
Hey, solid
All mine's
pads.
still going strong.
Let's go. Still got two-piece bells, but, you know, guess we can't win them all. I don't know. I'm just not interested in two-piece bells anymore, I don't think. I haven't found one that's like, where I've been like really impressed with the durability of it. I get the heating or the cooling and all the benefits,
Y19K.
but... Yeah, I'm not sure about
I
the
tried the
19500 either.
070226K motors on a 40mm hoop. I would not take off, but with a 31mm hoop it flies.
Yeah, 702s in general, I don't recommend for 40mm props usually. It's a little much. I'm sure it's doable with like a lightweight build,
I have
but
2-piece on my
honestly,
Mosquito, and I just
0702s,
crush them with some tiny pliers when they split.
0702s, in my
I like the
opinion, are
soldering pads
best
big, easy to work
on like
on.
a nice light 65mm whoop. That's just my opinion though. That's where I like them. We got curved magnets. That's nice. You got a little burring on the bottom. That's okay. I'm assuming it's not dual bearing though. Kind of looks like there is another bearing on the top there. Kind of, sort of. Underneath there, maybe? Oh, it's hard to tell.
Zero 0603's new hotness for hoop racing. Heard that from Hyper.
Is that with and without
Not
the
with
wire?
that weight. Is there a downside to Rini screws? Do they break easily?
They do break easy, yeah. I mean, they break easier, yeah. The whole motors show a silver color in the air, looking very nice.
Yes, use at least one metal screw.
Yeah, usually I use a metal screw on the outside edge, whichever one like takes the impact. That was a little pro tip from Eve. Oh, it says brass bushing right there.
But you save 0.5 GS. At SHEESHFPV I have 603 on a hoop with 35mm props. It's pretty awesome, but the motors are strange. These I have are 19500 kV.
Do we have to try these? Do we have to?
Beta 65 Pro? Brandon? At Brandon Beans Hells yet. Waiting for some to come in.
That's expensive. Was that the same price as the T-Motors?
Ew. I need to try a different AIO because they are supposed to be efficient and this just isn't at all. I've heard the Gemco F4051-2's AIO is not very good on ones, so that might be it.
Wait, is it going to
Beta
give me the deal
FPV
on
burned
PC?
me a couple times.
I don't think... Is it going to give me the deal on PC? Do you have to put it in a cart first or something?
Baytaf motors used to run 36 for set.
Oh, it doesn't give you the deal. 43? That's not right. Hang on a second. Hold on a gosh darn minute there.
Excited to try Black Box on new beta crossboards.
Why do you not look right? That's the... No, hang on. Hang on a second. There it is. Okay, well, I guess don't buy them...
Baytaf has burned me 3 times in a row.
Don't buy them on desktop? Buy them on mobile? If you buy them on their website... Mobile? What the fuck? Look at this. This is total, right?
Yeah, that frame.
$43.
Made this hoop and gave it to me.
You see that down there, right?
SHEESHFPV I've been working with Tyrant this and last week on his Baytaf crossboard with Black Box.
Hang on. See there? Got 4 of them. $34.88 on their mobile site. And almost $10 more on the desktop site. I'm going to go all the way through. Hang on, I might have payment information in here. I'm going to go all the way up to checkout. I want to see if it actually is going to charge me $43.
BlueJESC firmware works on the new AX5 SKAs on that crossboard so much better than the stock Blue Healy_S. Weird.
Yeah, it's not going to take...
That makes no sense.
It's not going to take it off.
I just discovered Tyrant on YouTube.
What?
That a bad MF. What? How do you like it with the 35mm props? I've wondered about building one.
I've done a video of Tyrant.
You need to use the preview.esc configurator address though, I think. More info about you on your mobile. Funny how your eyes blink when subtraction.
That's so weird that it's cheaper on their site on the phone than it is on the browser. That's odd.
Same came across his shorts on YT recently. Yeah, Tyrant is my first sponsored pilot. Laughing face.
He's been yeah, he's been on the shorts game for a little bit now. Him and Aviation, they're both
$34 for 4 motors is good deal.
They're both good dudes. I'm pretty sure they're buddies too. What was I going to show? Oh yeah, I was going to show you this.
Did the cheaper price stay?
Yeah, the cheaper price stayed all the way to checkout on the phone, and the expensive price stayed all the way to checkout on desktop. Same website, T-Motor Hobby. Same motors. I make sure to choose the Unibells for both, not the two-piece. So I don't know. Anyways, I want to show you this. Look at this. Wait. Did they change it? No, wait, I'm on the wrong site. This is Pyrodrone. We need to be on Get FPV. Do I even have... There we go. Let me show you what these little stinkers did.
Something is fishy.
Look at these little stinkers here. Look at this. Look at this. So, you see this guy, right?
Yeah, there's 2 websites nearly identical. Super weird. Right now one of them has a 20% off code, one doesn't.
Now you see how those two look exactly the same, right? Except this is not the 22,000 kVs. You zoom in, look, this is a 5. You can see the edge of a 25 on the edge there. Kind of hard to see. But anyways, there's a 2.5 there. And then if you look on, this is the real bell. You can see those lines all the way through it. It's Unibell, true Unibell. This is just a photoshopped image of this. They just changed it blue. Very deceiving.
I noticed Rotor Riot pops up
because that's not what you're getting.
Search for other FPV stores. Give that web guy a raise, LOL.
I think they got some good advertising. Rotor Riot's advertising is absurd. I wonder what their budget is for that, because I see their Facebook ads constantly. Constantly. Drives me nuts. Anywho. So there's that. So if you get the 25,000 kVs, it's a 2-piece bell. If you get the 22,000 kVs, it's a Unibell. I don't know why.
EO Facebook.
I can't.
Yeah, they have a hoop now.
I've thought about it.
Rotor
I don't know
Riot.
why, but yeah. I saw the Vision 40 or whatever. Ew, Facebook. Listen, if it wasn't for FPV, I wouldn't have had a Facebook. The only reason I have one is because I started flying FPV. I didn't have one pre that. But all the groups, all the FPV groups, all the people are on Facebook, unfortunately. So until it goes somewhere else, that's where I'm at. I tried to avoid it.
Crap.
I avoided it as long as possible. OG talked me into it. I avoided it, though, as long as possible. But I had to, unfortunately. I had to get access to all the groups. I'm going to pick up these
Facebook sucks butt.
beta FPV motors. We'll try
I don't use it for FPV. Well, you have this live stream.
True, now. But the only reason a lot of people know about our channel is because of Facebook. All of our stuff gets shared on Facebook and all the different groups. YouTube's algorithm, you know, it spits it out there to the public, but it's not that great. Just kind of tosses it up there. It's like,
What would those motors
good
go
luck.
on heads?
Oh,
I heard about it, Nick Burns.
I'm gonna put it. I think it said 65, 75. Let me see what their recommendations are. We fly to recommendations here around these parts. That's what we do. Like when Bubby recommended that his motors could go 35, 40 millimeter prop. That's the only reason I tried them. I'm not gonna try them unless you recommend them for it. Seems silly otherwise, you know. Okay, so the 0802 SE 19,000 kV, 19,500 kV, excuse me, is reduced by 0.15 gram, which is only
Quite a few
1.8
people
gram.
are trying to push me to Instagram, but it's really terrible for uploading content.
It is.
Fly like 5-inch.
While it
Where
is
do you
used
find the
on a
recommendations?
65 millimeter,
What about
75
the
millimeter
Weebly for
drone,
motors?
pilots can get a more flexible flight and fly longer, is what Beta FPV says. So they do mention a 75 millimeter
Drop of blood, I love the
drone.
slashers.
So I should be able to fly it. Yeah, I'll fly it on the thick. Why not? On the old thick girl. 1 millimeter shaft diameter. Yeah. Sure. Let's give it a whirl. Beta FPV hasn't put out motors in a while.
Gotta be a lighter hoop though.
Now that I'm thinking about it, it's been a wee bit. The Gore motors, yeah, I ran those on a 15 point,
The 22K kV were good on light builds
15.8 or 15.7 gram 65 millimeter build. Super light. Like obnoxiously light.
Betaf.
Beta. Robot Lady really struggles.
Drop of blood, drop
With
of
Beta
blood,
FPV.
drop of blood, drop of
Beta.
blood, drop of blood. Dang, that's pretty light.
Also, speaking of Facebook, you guys can't see all the cool stuff that I post on Facebook. I post absolute gold content on Facebook.
Sloth, sloth, sloth.
I don't post baloney. All right, I'm not wasting anybody's time out here with my social media. My social media is not for pictures of my flipping cat. It's for pictures of me doing cool shit, like flying drones through tiny little boxes that Nick Burns asked me to do. Did you guys see that picture yet? I'll put it up on screen for those of you who don't have access to the fun stuff we got going on over here.
Social media is for giving pictures of the bird.
Here it is for you guys. There, boom. There's the picture. This is the comment. Time to step it up. A box
Cats are
the
cool
size.
shit.
Close that. The box the size of the T-Light. So here it is. This box is the size of the T-Light box. And I only know that
in that garage.
because they just sent me a T-Light. So I had the box. So I was like, perfect. So I measured the box and I made a tunnel. So that tunnel you're looking up into, this is where camera's on the floor, we're looking up at it, we're upskirting our box. So we're looking up the box, and that box is like 2 feet long maybe. It's a hell of a dive. But what I was doing, like I said, I was power looping up and over and then diving down through it. So it was a little easier, in my opinion, it was easier. I have an easier time getting into dives through a power loop than
Upskirting the
S.
box lol.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, that is precisely what we're doing with that camera there. There's probably some
Otter,
walls
otter,
against
otter,
that.
otter, otter.
Oh! She said something else. Something
I
nice.
upskirt your mom's box.
I think I feel more sorry for you. Okay, what else are we getting?
Skunk,
Do we need
skunk,
anything
skunk.
else?
Upskirting, stealing that.
She says animals. That's lovely. Robot lady has a heart. What in the hell was that thing I just saw? What?
One day I will be able to do that. Holy shit.
What the hell
That
is
is some next level shit. Make it a new trick.
Hang on a second. What the hell is this?
You oughter expand robot ladies emoji vocabulary.
Wait, I know what. That's the vision. That's the vision. That's Rotor Riot's new thing. Why is it here? Why is it on this site? It's on Pyrodrone. That's Rotor Riot's thing, isn't it? The little EP2. I recognize the little EP2 sticking up right there, which I still think is a bad placement for it.
Drop of blood, otter, 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 drop of blood, skunk.
Somebody sent me the link for that Vision 40 thing the other day. I watched the video on it. I skimmed through it. $340 for a whoop.
I bet it comes with walk snail. Rotor
It
Riot
does,
makes
it
a
does.
Mob 7.
No, they don't. No. This isn't a Mob 7, though. This is the Mobula 7 V3 frame. RC and power, 1002.
Whoop, whoop, building me a mob.
What were those, 12,000 kV?
Thick. I don't like Rotor Riot. They were cool like 5 years ago.
Oh, 14,000. Oh, 1,400.
So good.
Good job, Rotor Riot. Those are 14,000 kV motors, not 1,400. 14,000 kV. Oh, they typed it twice wrong. Good, good. So you can get it with...
They shoved the EP2 in that spot
you
in
can
the frame.
you can get it with 1002
Sheesh, that
1400 kV motors or 1002 15,500 kV motors. That's quite a difference
Does
between
the
those
Rotor
two
Riot
there.
hoop come with mascara?
I believe
NVM
it does.
is that with Googles?
Yes, I believe it does.
Is that
no,
SIXS?
this is not with Googles. This is Googles. This is just with the Whoop. It's $340. It's a Mobula 7 V3 canopy. Yeah, the EP2 is wedged into this little hole, just on that side. That little ceramic antenna is in like the perfect spot to just get completely sawed off. Not only that, but
Want
just
those goggles, but don't want to give RR my money.
looking
Maybe
at the way
Caddx will clone it like their other goggles.
I don't have a Whoop down here.
Proflow, that antenna is gone.
Looking at the way that this Whoop is set up, so this antenna, let's say your Whoop lands upside down. Is that antenna on the ground before the ducts are? It's sticking out past
How
the
do
duct.
they measure screw length with calipers? That's the dumbest hoop I've ever seen.
Is that EP2 touching the ground when you're upside down? Like when you're tilted upside down, you know?
Length.
I have questions. I'm sure as shit not buying this hunk of junk, but
I see what you are saying with the antenna.
yeah, that thing is a goner. Those
I think
ceramic
you're right.
antennas will get sawed off quick, and I've sawed them off quick.
That is crazy price for a hoop.
Yeah, it is absurd.
Weird.
There's room in the back of the canopy. Why didn't they put the EP2 back here? Look how much room is back there.
I thought these
What?
guys fly FPV.
Look at all that
It's
room.
gonna shear that tower antenna right off on an inverted crash.
I could put 3 more VTXs back behind that canopy. What are they doing? Hide it behind the canopy so it doesn't
Do they
get
try their products before they sell them?
demolished. Why would you put it right there? It's not what that gap is for.
Does it fly like a 5-inch?
It probably does, yeah.
So much room for activities.
Probably weighs close to a 5
Flexing
inch.
with the receiver. Only the threaded part up to the back of the head IVIX.
But anyways, yeah, RC and power, these are
Why
1400
not use the flat antenna version?
1400 kV.
RR builds are 2018.
They're
Does
14,000
that price
kV
comes
motors.
with crash warranty?
It's Walk Snail. It's a Flywoo Goku, I think, flight controller, which is I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, it's their 2S board. I'm not a huge fan of this. It has a built-in. They have one with a built-in VTX that is Duke. I don't really know. I
It
don't
was
know.
literally
I don't know how
built
that
by a
one would be.
Florida
We'll see.
man.
It really was. Yeah, they just like tucked that in the side there, Florida man style. That's hurricane proof. Let her rip.
It's in Pyrodrone colors.
Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they did that because they are selling it on. Well, no, they're not selling it on Pyrodrone. And in that picture, they don't even
Is
have
that
the
a
blue
Daipo?
ones on. They got it's black and orange. Right? Yeah.
That's a cool color.
And they don't even have.
Though I has some M1.4x5, but they were 1.4x4.
Yeah, they're not even selling it on here. Just the goggles. Maybe they haven't gotten any yet. Maybe they are going to get them. I hope not, man. I feel like that's a bad buy. Maybe they didn't order any because Pyrodrone's like, no. $340 whoop. I can't imagine paying $340 for anything that comes on a Mobula 7 V3 frame. Over $300 for anything that comes on a 75mm $4 frame. It's not going to work. This is like charging an arm and a leg for a toy.
It's walk snail. So I don't know what that counts for. Gotta be $150 premium, right? Big facts. Does it have free shipping though? I was about to convert a lil homie to a fractal. Is too much. Inflation of the goods got surpassed by the inflation of the greed.
Of course, taxes and shipping are calculated at checkout. Let's see how much shipping is on it. Give me an estimate. Yeah, like $4. That's not that bad. Ugh.
It says Elvis built into FC. So $190 hoop plus an HD system. Greedflation. Lie.
Did they just
That's
not?
pretty pricey actually after doing the math.
It's extremely pricey. That's way, way overpriced. Most things on Rotor Riot are though. They're overpricing for something. You know, they're trying to cover their sales or pay their staff. I guess I don't know. They got a lot of overhead. They got people on payroll
said
and
there
shit.
was no inflation. Rotor Riot
Yeah, that's
margins,
1,000% an
eyeliner
EP2
overhead.
there. Like, there's no
DJI
doubt
doesn't believe in inflation.
that that's an EP2.
It is all the mascara Rotor Riot
It does
has
say,
to cover.
yeah, it does say it's built in now.
I wish they had a decent BNF for hoop racing. I don't enjoy building whoops tbh. I just cannot find one that I wouldn't have to swap parts on. They have a warehouse looking shop. $.
That much more with Crossfire?
Did you see they are making a DJI goggles too light?
Woo! I did not see that, no. I don't follow too much DJI stuff though. I don't own any DJI stuff.
Crossfire WTF.
Yeah, bro.
I heard a lot of big asks on how they were going to divide the profits on frames.
What is that?
Crossfire is getting pricey.
No shit.
We'll work on a HD hoop soon.
God dang.
A lot. What is that? Crossfire is getting old and dumb.
This is just the future
4-inch.
of whooping. This is a $340 Mobula 7
Thinking
HD.
about just going to ELRS. I remember when I still flew Spectrum.
I'm not gonna watch their. I've seen their video on it. I'm not gonna watch because I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care.
Twos, I assume.
Yes,
I've
yeah,
got
it's to
so
us.
many Crossfire receivers in my spares drawer. LOL. Rectum was good back in the day. Why no BBs on this stock? Makes 340 seem like a deal now, haha.
It's because they
Pyrondrone should
knew
be slapped for
they knew
selling
better.
that. I wonder where they mount the Crossfire RX. At Gordon 100% Elvers is the way. TBS will need to start making Elvers equipment soon, and I really hope it's sooner than later. My first aircraft ran 72 MHz. That is a good weight for 2-inch.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
At Brandon Beans, I am making the ELRS switch from FRSKY.
I just
they
don't think
talked
this
about
is
the
move.
couch yesterday. That's a 40mm hoop.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a Mobula 7 V3 frame.
Elvers is the king, queen, and jester of RC links.
Trying to find one in the same color just so it doesn't throw you off. But this is the easiest way to tell. Is you see these spokes right here, the dual spokes that split into a Y shape. Just look for those. That's the easiest way to spot it.
Don't look back.
And then another
FRSKY scary to me.
Another
I can't have stuff losing link all willy-nilly.
These little tabs back here, those two little tabs in the back, that's actually to hold a little mini LED strip. I think Happy Model called it a brake light. But it's like 3 little LEDs
they must have lost their minds.
that you're supposed to be able to slide down into that little plastic slot right there. That's another thing to look for.
Trash can frame.
There it is right there. There it is.
I have that frame,
but yeah.
Still have not broken it. Run 1,102 motors.
They're pretty hard to break. They're pretty hard to break.
Trash can frame. I shave those off the frame.
Is Trash Can run the same frame? Because that is the Mobula 7 V3 frame.
The Poop 75 V3.
Like, for sure. Unless they run the same frames. Couldn't tell you.
533 was teasing a product release in December.
Whoop frame would probably
Hope it's a hoop.
Would be a good.
For $300, it better tickle my gooch
yeah,
while I fly.
It literally says Mobula 7.
Save weight.
yeah, same thing. Okay. Yeah, Mobula 7 Trash Can, whatever you want to call it. Same crap.
Nice Google work their heads. LOL.
But anyways.
That was the trash can frame with diff makes. Trash can frame gets a bunch of actual trash can frames.
Yeah. Whoops. I forgot I'm not on FPV Google. I'm sorry. That's what we need. We need a specific Google just for FPV products. That's what I'm looking for.
300 probably comes with an NFT.
Is that enough of this?
Model and Echine used it.
It's enough of this. This thing is buns. I'm not interested. This is really stupid. I hope it's built in, because that is dumb. I didn't even know.
Names their product a freaking trash can anyway. LOL.
That's true. Yeah.
Check out Motor Hoop. Echine.
T-Motor's Whoop? T-Motor has a Whoop? Like is it a recent one? T-Motor Whoop. This big effing thing? Is this what you're talking about?
Not sure out yet.
Oh, you're not
nope,
sure.
Actual hoop.
Oh, it's an actual Whoop. Really? Oh, is it the one that they posted pictures of? I think they're letting out props. Aren't they making props? Like micro props?
Notice Elvers on edge.
Did I notice the ELRS on the edge? Is that what you're talking about?
Props, motors, FC for whoops.
Yeah, they're getting there. They're getting there. All of them are, though. Rotoride's trying to. They've been trying.
Why's your Express LRS so anxious? And seems they are gonna release a hoop.
It definitely, yeah, it feels like that.
Happy Model made the Mob 7 and to compete Echine mad the trash can. The original Mob 7 had a AIO cam. The trash can had a CADS EOS 16x9 cam. That heavy Cinehoop.
Kill that. Get that out of here. Rotor Riot. Rotor Riot. Oh, that's what I wanted to look at. I want to see. Let's see what Flywoo has in the way of Express LRS all-in-one flight controllers. Is it flywoo.net?
I know my FPV
is
history,
.net.
lol.
Tis.net.
Flywoo smells like kebab. Anyone
I had
gonna
the original
tune into
Mobula
Bots
7.
Micro Battles tomorrow night?
I had the 1/2S one. I still have the all-in-one camera upstairs. BRB. I gotta make a P.
Kebab FPV uses only Tune RC. At Dingolts I might.
Tune RC makes some good boards too. I've flown their stuff. BR Bizzle.
I'll relocate Elvis somewhere safe, lol. But ain't buy it. Oh yeah, I'll be there tomorrow night. I still have an Inductrix hoop, lol. Money. I feel pretty confident about my entry for tomorrow, but I'm still gonna be a bit nervous, LMAO. Inductrix. Old school. LOL wanted one but never ran Spectrum. I am the robot lady. I got 2 flavors of Fractal and an Odonata. Gotta be special if you want in my fleet. It's not the aircraft but the pilot. Oh yeah dingle. Cool, have to check it. Here favorite fishes. I did fly a old Inductrix rig that Jesse had at the 2021 TW race in Tennessee. Nice. I have my Inductrix switch here but I keep it in hovercraft mode. Have a multi-model profile that works with it, and that was a huge pain to figure out because Horizon Hobbies is evil. All lows. Hey, what if a group of us enter, then only vote for each other, and then share the winnings between just us? I learned of this new method of winning. Alien Hoop Zero boards on brushed whoops were legit for the day. My pick is the R3 shifter frame. At SHEESHFPV I have 3 brand new Alien Hoop Zero boards here and they are ready for Elvers. But I just build my rates and the CRSF define on some NFA silverware for the one I'm keeping. The other 2 are getting mailed to a client. That's one Austin Powers like piss. LOL. Golden shower. Aren't those brushed boards? Taste the golden spray. Yes. Yet at Mike Bergman they're only like $15 on AliExpress and they are super fun. The motors are also like $2 a piece. No Ost. Can I still fly FRSKY on the new Access radios? I still momched some gnarly freestyle on brushed whoops def fun. SPIFRSKY.
How?
AHH okay. Neato.
You can go down. Hey! Did anybody notice I uploaded a new banner for the channel today? Did anyone
Sup Austin
notice?
Powers.
Is it because I said I'm back, baby? Yeah.
Yep.
What do we think?
I still have a
Thoughts?
brand new TBS Nano hoop.
Any thoughts?
They have the 7x16 motors on Ali for cheap, but those need an
Pull
old
it
school
up.
Betaf frame that I have a few of.
What do
The
we think?
6x15 motors get from Nutrin, but they used to be found cheaper, but I can't now. The Zero boards were legit. One
Pretty good.
piss.
Pretty good, right?
By fishes. Who's the dude with glasses and no beard?
That's me.
I did the new banner. OG is hot. Yes, that's a good banner.
Thank you.
LOL, what was it before?
It was
It's
boring
not
as
something
shit
I pay
before.
attention to.
That's what it was.
Dig.
Uh,
Great banner.
This
I
morning,
like Og Frozen wig.
or yesterday
Oh,
morning.
Friends.
Oh,
You got Nick Burns on the
Friends.
banner too.
that's right. Yes. Bick Nerns is up there. The Frozen gals are up there. There's a lot to look at. I was actually
It's
gonna.
Colin Burns.
I was gonna
Nick
throw
Burns' brother
the
from another
full
mother.
picture into our Discord if anybody wanted to like blow it up to try to look.
Og ha ha
Because there is
ha.
little like, there's little things that I put. There's not a lot, but there's like little things hidden in the picture. Not hidden. You know what I mean. It's like there's a lot to look at. So
Heads. Can I still run
Uh,
SPIFRSKY on the new Slight Pro S?
on
The
the new
4th of
X-Lite
July
Pro
too.
S.
Best of the best
I don't
90%
think so.
of the time.
I'm pretty sure the. Well, I guess it depends on what
I don't
module
see
it has
Nick
in it.
Burns. Was that from Halloween?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
That's funny. Blonde Og, HYHY. Access FRSKY radios don't do well with whoops.
Oh, well, there you go. There, I was gonna say I've personally never used
Or
one, so I don't want
Photoshop.
to speak on it. But, oh, the picture of
Thanks,
OG.
Beans.
That picture of OG is actually from a video. All of this stuff up here is from a video that we've done.
If you have then it's no issues.
That one though is from the call out that we did to. Oh wait, no, don't look at that. Shh, you're not allowed to see that. There's some videos that aren't posted yet on there. That is from when we called out Rue in the
You can
original
run
video.
Redpine if the
This
SPI
one.
has CS2500 chip.
That you can see it actually.
Blonde
that-
Og
that-
is priceless.
Click right there.
I got a old
Uh,
Betaf
if
and
y-
was
if
going
you ever
to
wanna
try
watch,
to fly, but I have a new Slight.
OG and I do a Frozen parody with my son and a really bad green
Just
screen.
got back from the Maiden, got to dark, just one and done.
It's right there. Content creator call out challenges have been
Sometimes you can get a hoop to
fun.
bind in D16 FRSKYX, but it never really works well. They need to run in D8.
Yes, yeah, I agree. They do need to run a D8, and the new X lights won't do D8 anymore, which is one of the reasons why I stopped using the X-Lights, because my X-Light broke, the USB port on it broke, and instead of fixing it, I was like, well, I'll just get a newer, they have the Pro whatever out now, so I'll just get that. And then they were like, by the way,
FRSKY binding on a WAP is
frig
painful.
whoops. Whoops can go frig themselves, is what they said, basically. And
I have Elvis, but
made me cry. And then
Red Pine won't run on the FRSKY radios.
ELRS
Only
happened,
on a multi-radio.
and I was fine again. I
I use
longer
Repine
cried
on my hoop.
myself to sleep.
I still use FRSKY sim. Red Pine.
Yeah, I've heard Red Pine is
Red
the shiz.
Pine.
Is the shiz. Oh, that is a spicier meatball. What is that? Oh God, why is there so much crap in this? Vodka,
Heads.
gin, rum,
I have
tequila,
an
and
old
blue
slight board that's
Sirocco.
good.
Jesus. Vodka, gin, rum, tequila, and blue Sirocco.
I found out
That is
that the Slight Pro didn't
spicy.
have D8 after I received it. Runs 666
I have an old
megahertz.
X-Lite board that's good.
You don't get 666 unless on Dev 8. I only use Red Pine
Okay,
for my
so-
racers. Smiley face.
I would take you up on this. However, Eve has been busy
I need to
designing
make my video
from
with
scratch,
Blackbox data that's gonna make everyone that like Red Pine hate
internal
me because I found out
Express
a dirty
LRS
secret with how it works on opens and edges.
for
It
one
only
of my
ever
old
worked on
X-Lite
Devo.
radios. I sent it to Taiwan
Gimbals
to
are
him
shot.
to tear apart and start tinkering with. So hopefully one day I'll have an X-Lite back that'll have built-in ELRS in it, and then I won't have to worry about any of that stuff. I do appreciate the offer though. Thank you. I actually have a lot of X-Lights. I think I have 4. I have 4. I own 4. I have 3 here.
TLDR, if you don't have a Devo radio running Red Pine, you're not getting 666
Oh, the
Hz
gimbals are
packets
shot.
by a long
Ah,
shot.
that's a bummer. That's actually why I have extras, is because I had like either the gimbals were bad or part of the board went bad, the USB port. I forgot what, I had another board go bad on one. That might be the one. No, Yves has a brand new one. I sent him like a fresh red one. That's pretty good. But yeah, anyhow. That's the new banner. It was boring as hell before. So but what I was doing the other night, I was sitting here with OG and we were talking. And I was looking at our YouTube channel.
On the
I was at this page, and I was looking at it, and I was like, this is dry as shit. Like, the banner was just Galaxy print, and it said Infinity Loops. The name Infinity Loops is right there. The @Infinity Loops is right there. And then our logo is here again. I was like, this is just like over-branded. And I was like, what we need is a better representation of what to expect when you come to our channel. I felt like that was a better advertisement. So I opened up Photoshop and I opened up my file filled with all of our videos that I've made. And I just started going through them and finding the funny parts that I remember and screenshotting them, throwing them into Photoshop, cutting them out, blending them all together until I was happy with it. And I'm still not totally happy with it. I'll probably tinker with it some more, but this is the general picture. It was finished enough to where I wanted to put it up. I'm not sure that I'm going to leave the quote as best of the best 90% of the time. Although I do love the quote. I don't know. I was going to see how everybody felt about it.
Topic: can you put the Nano ELRS external module in this light? At SHEESHFPV,
I think you can,
know
but it
that too?
involves quite a bit of
How do you find
modding, I
out?
believe.
It can. Yes or THX for explaining it better. Tweet put a Elvis internal mod.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, Tweet FPV has a video of him doing internal on an X-Lite. It was pretty cool.
I like best of the best 90% of the time. Inside joke.
I do too. I
what
do too.
to
Okay,
expect
good.
when you expect. Shows it. Like this stream, y'all. The pic represent the channel content. The quote should be drop of blood.
Drop of blood. I could put that. I'll add that in parentheses somewhere. So if you look small, it says 90%er right here in red, where my mouse is, and then there's like OG's logo is really tiny right here, stuffed in the corner. And my logo's over here stuffed in the
Tweet
corner.
reminds me of the cool FPV.
But I
dad.
have these other little
He
gaps
has all the cool gadgets.
of little purple blank space, and in there I wanted to wedge in like little memes about the channel. So that's a good one to do, drop of blood. Or maybe even just the blood drop emoji. Just put it, like hide it in there, right? That'd be probably cleaner. This, I don't even think you guys, a lot of you guys might not even know who Referee OG is. Brandon, you might, and anybody else that was in Aethix, maybe you. If you were in
I have the
iGal,
internal Elvis setup
you might
from
know.
tweet/Dan.
You might know who
It's for
Referee
any
OG
radio.
is. But Referee
How
OG
many loops pilots
was
are
a
there?
fun. That was a fun meme. It was a short-lived
Add
one.
some
It'll come
loops.
back. It's gonna come back next iGal season, but we've already talked about it. We have some plans for it, but yeah. Anyways, add some whoops. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, I guess it would be helpful to, to put some whoops on. What to expect when you come to the
That
channel?
rolls off the tongue, ref.
Literally nothing to do with FPV.
Yes, Refog was cool.
All right, good call. We'll put some. Maybe we'll put some whoops on the side. I needed something to put in these corners here, because
There are
here's
2 hoop on top
here's
left.
the problem.
It's a skits channel. LOL.
Here's the problem with this border
Looks
or
like
this
NFTs to me.
whatever you call it banner, is that you can't do one picture for all of them. So this, you see, I'm on computer, right? We're on desktop, so this is what it looks like. But if I pop onto my phone and I go to YouTube, it looks like that. So you just see, come on phone. So you just see, you don't see the space shit on the sides there. The 2 sides are squeezed in. So that's the smallest picture you can do. So that's why it's like shaped funny when you look at it on desktop. You see like the splatter paint on the sides. And then on TV, it's even bigger. You see even more. You see like a full thing. So I don't want to do a full picture that takes up the whole thing, because on desktop and mobile, you won't be able to see it all. So it's just negative space. Like if you're looking at it on your TV, you'll just see paint splatter and galaxy print will take up the rest of the screen. So it won't look terrible, but it's dumb. Why would you have it all different sizes? Like I get it, because the screens are all different, but friggin' A, can you figure out how to make that uniform somehow?
I can see 2 whoops. I did ig out 2 but had issues.
Oh yeah, there are
posting.
2 whoops in there. You're right.
It's hard to
That's
see
safety
the forest
whoops.
from the trees.
That's the safety whoops.
There's like
You're
3
right.
banners you need to make, right? I've
No,
done
because
all
it only
this
lets you
YouTube
upload
studio
one photo,
stuff. I need
which
to
is also
update
dumb.
mine. I've made some cool screen caps.
If you go to
that
change
I can
it,
upload.
it'll only let you
Do the
change.
Infinity Loops hoodies shrink
that.
much? Tall skinny boy probs.
I don't. Oh wait, actually, never mind. We're good. I thought we had unlisted
Safety
shit in
whoops
there,
make
but
me feel incredibly
those
uneasy.
are on the second page, so we're fine. What am I looking for? Playlist content. What are we looking for? Oh, how to change stuff. Customization. Okay, branding. This one. See? Shows 3 images, but this is deceiving because it shows that it's the same on
FB.
TV and not.
Heads.
But it ain't. It'll only let you upload 1. That's it. Oh, Nick commented on the photo I posted too. What? Wait a minute. Oh wait, you just turned your phone sideways? Is that what you did?
I reflashed my TX 3.0 to 2.5.
I did know that. I knew that if you turned your phone
Let's
sideways,
see if work hummingbird.
it would do that right. I knew that. But I don't like that that you have to see the whole thing on PC like this, where you get the edges. That I don't like. Why can't you just make it, why can't it just be one thing? Or at least give me the option to upload 3 separate pictures so I can make them all fit. I don't even have that option. What a bunch of blognog. I don't like it.
Oh, I'm a dud.
What? A DJI goggle box? Okay, so I got to put the actual... I'm going to make a video about this then. All right, Nick. Okay. I'm going to put...
have to rip some packs
I'm
in
gonna take...
protest to YouTube banners.
I'm going to take the friggin' box for the radio and put it up in and slide it down so you can see
Shots
that
fired,
it's that.
haha.
This guy.
Shots fired.
This guy. Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick. Okay, Nick. Okay, buddy.
Jinx.
All right, pal. I'm going to dress up like Bick Nerds again, and then we'll do it.
I need to find the Elvis hoop. Cause the person in charge of the banner on YouTube is in yoga class most of the time.
Probably, dude. We're out like picking blueberries and kumquats or some shit. They need to be figuring out a way to just make one picture
Awesome.
fit on all screens. Please. Or, really easy, give me the option to upload 3 separate pictures. That's cool. But I showed you. I double checked earlier. You only get the one. That's it.
Idly diddly do little loopers. 90% of the time,
Little
lost
loopers, I like
opportunity
that.
there.
What? What? I'm gonna... Now I've missed it.
So
It's
how
too
many
far back
loops pilots are there?
Well... There's 3 that we started with. There are currently 2 active. If you go, which is deceiving because we need to redo this, and I'm working on this. I'm just not sure how it. Well, I know how I want to do it. It's just it's gonna take for friggin' ever to do it. Oh, I can't be logged in. That's why. Where is it? What's it called? I think it's called Meet the Pilots. I need to redo our intro. First off, that's the old logo, but this is what plays when you like click on the channel. This is what you get. You get like this whole intro video thing, which if you really want to watch it, you can go watch it. It's not really that exciting. It's like little nervous interviews of us all talking about our brief FPV experience, but so oh, that's a profile picture right there if I've ever seen one. God dang. But anyways, there's OG. God damn, he was skinny. He put on some weight. He's been eating good. There's Mr. Multiprops. So he doesn't really fly anymore. I mean, he does, but he doesn't.
Tinder profile pic.
There, that was a better picture of him. Wait, we had it. Dang it. No.
You nad Og work well. Og has the racing presence and you kill it on freestyle heads. Og has psycho eyes. Og would make a great Tour de France cyclist.
Yeah, OG does have psycho eyes. And you know what's funny is like, he goes, all the time he's told me like, yeah, that's why girls always tell me my best feature is my eyes. I'm like, I don't know, I think you kind of look like a serial killer a little bit. I don't know. I kind of feel like you want to hurt me. And then I think I'd only been flying for, it had been under a year. Let me see. I say it, I'm sure.
Guys, my name's Heads. I've been flying for about 7
Steve
months now.
Buscemi.
7 months I'd been flying there.
LMAO.
Wearing my Hackers shirt, by the way. That's before all the FPV shirts took over my wardrobe.
He will stuff you in a
Does he
boiler.
look like such a child? He looks like a 12-year-old with a beard, with his little hat on. I think his hair was bushed that day too, and he like chucked the hat on before we started recording. That was also like their first time being in front of a camera, I think, for the most part. So they were both like real tight. We were all real
Sick
tight.
boy. Why he left?
ADHD. That's why he left. He has a really hard time sticking with things. His hobby Well, okay, so it's in his name.
OG looked like the sketch kid at school that was a product seller.
Yeah, no, he's the kid that
There's
you
time
bought
for
cigarettes
everything.
from, at the football game. He was always like, "Yeah, nah, it's cool, man. My mom smokes in the house. It's fine. I just, I just take them out of her purse." Yeah, he was that kid. What were we talking about? What were we saying? Why he left? Yeah. So his ADHD. Speaking of ADHD, his name we named him Malty. Because
He follows the dopamine.
he does tons of shit. Like he has tons of hobbies, but he doesn't like focusing on any of them. He likes just kind of like this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. The OG and I have a joke between the two of us that what Malty does is he invests. He's had the same $1,000 for 20 years. And he takes the $1,000 and he buys a whole bunch of stuff to do with a hobby, and he gets really into it. And then he sells all that shit a few months later, and then he uses all the money to buy something else, and he gets into a new hobby, and then it's just rinse and repeat. And he's aware of it. He knows that he does it. I think he actually told me that he flew recently. We'll get him to fly. We got him to fly.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Exactly.
I know a little about that.
Yeah. No, ditto. I have the same issue,
What's
but
he doing now?
for some reason with that, he's playing guitar. But I think he bought a bunch of FPV shit again, because he started flying quads, not FPV, but line of sight, before FPV was a thing a long time ago. So he flew RC helicopters, RC planes, RC quads, but no FPV until FPV was a thing. Then he got into FPV. Then he left FPV and was out of it for a long time, doing other shit. I think he sold a bunch of his stuff and bought fishing.
Like I said,
stuff.
follows the dopamine.
And
Those Jared Dines videos got him.
Fishing for a while, I guess. And then once he was done fishing, he was really deep into 3D printing. And then while in 3D printing, he met me, and I remember him showing me a video of I think it was an old Rotor Riot video of them flying through a bando. And I just remember it blowing my mind and him teaching me about FPV and everything. But then when he unleashed that beast on me and OG, I don't think he understood the level of obsession that OG and I have for things. So I'm obsessed with FPV to the point where I know that I got at least 10 years of obsession with this where I won't let it go. I'm so invested into the feeling of flying that I don't want to not fly. I don't want to walk around and do stuff. I want to fly and look at stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of you have that as well, or maybe I'm just a psychopath.
Yes.
But we got one person there. One person agrees. One's not bad. Not alone. We're not the only crazy. Well, I'm not the only crazy one. But yeah, with Malty, he just.
Amen.
I
am scared about it.
He just plows right through stuff real quick.
I'm
Loves
fucked.
moving on to the next thing.
Me too.
Which actually, I think he's been.
I'm with Yad.
He's been playing guitar for a while now. We did a video with Malty.
100%.
Let me see.
I am 90% into FPV.
I was gonna say 100%.
Yeah, flying gives you a different perspective.
Minus that 10%.
Mr. Steve Tiny Drone Challenge was one of the videos that got me flying.
I remember that, watching him fly around his house, right? I remember seeing him do a barrel roll. And I remember saying to Malty, because Malty told me, and OG, when we started flying,
I stopped playing guitar when I discovered
brushed
FPV.
Quads cannot
Yeah, it was awesome.
fly like 5-inch quads can. They can't. You can't do tricks with them.
I played League of
tricks
Legends
are just
semi-pro.
out of the question. You're not going to fly them in acro. You're basically just going to fly them the way that they are in angle, and that's it. And then I found out about brushless quads, or whoops, because those had just started to kind of take off and become better and better. And then I saw, yeah, Mr. Steve's video of him flying around. I'm pretty sure he was flying a whoop around his house. And I was like, wait a minute, he's flying a whoop in acro. Why can't I fly a whoop in acro? And so I set up acro mode, and I was terrified. I was flying a 65 millimeter brushed whoop, and it sucked buns. I think I built it for like $50 maybe. I had never soldered anything in my life. I welded plenty. I'm certified welding, but I had never soldered shit. So I had no idea what I was doing. Malty forced me to build my first one. He supervised, but he made me do everything. I'd gotten like a beta FPV camera that I had to solder all the little wires onto, and the little VTX that I had to solder all the little wires onto. It sucked. It was no plug and play, nothing. I think the motors were plug and play, but that was it. The brushed motors were plug and play. But I had no idea that you could do anything with. I still think whoops are massively underrated in FPV as a whole, and broad FPV. 5-inch pilots just have no clue, for the most part, about how well whoops handle now. They all think that whoops still fly like shit, and you can only fly them in angle mode, and you can't do a power loop with a whoop. You'll smash right into the ground. There's not enough power in the world to save that thing, you know? But man, they've come a long way. Just since I've started flying, I haven't even been in the hobby that long.
Guitar and FPV both time consuming. Did 25 years of windsurfing, now I'll do the same with FPV.
25 years of windsurfing sounds
100% of the time I'm into FPV, 90% of the time.
I like that.
Boy did he eat his words.
That's a good way to put it.
That's why I have avoided brushed whoops. Mobula 7 changed so much. Gonna check out your Odin anti-review. Been curious on that lil guy.
The Odin
Mobula
not a
6
sick.
changed everything for me.
The Odin
then
not a
finding
sick. I liked it a
infinity
lot.
whoops completely changed everything for me. Whoops are the most fun. Hopefully digital helps more people see.
I'm glad to hear that, Gordon.
Also, a lot of people only have DJI gogs.
True. Yeah, true. That's the other thing. A lot of pilots that I've met, 5-inch pilots that I've met in Velocidrone. Because I'll be in a freestyle lobby, and I'll be flying and screwing around. And,
at SHEESHFPV, I love mine. It's
off
a tank
chance,
too.
just randomly, in the last 2-3 years that I've been flying in Velocidrone, somebody will spectate me at some random point, and then they might talk in the lobby. When they do, I'll talk back. I'll sit and chat with them. I mean, you guys know I'm a talky motherfucker.
I fly such a small niche.
But almost all of them, when I tell them that I don't fly 5-inch that much. I fly whoops. And then I send them to our YouTube.
Looks like a Karen-friendly freestyle ripper.
Then they're like,
good to hear.
Well, I didn't know whoops
This
could
hoop
fly like
community
that.
is epic.
Yes.
Whoops,
You're missing out. You're missing out. Okay, here is the last video we did with Malty. 8 months ago. 8 months ago. Now, I would say, technically, this was the last video that we did with Malty, was this one here, where we called out Dan and Liz. Because Malty is in this video, even though he's not like directly mentioned. He is like he acts in this video. Which, by the way, these are probably 2 of my favorite content creator call-out challenge videos we've done, if you haven't watched those. I put a ton of effort. This is my wife dressed up like Jigsaw. This is an actual picture of my wife. Like, none of these images are from the movie or anything. That's all shit we did. Green screened and worked with Dan and Liz. They don't even live near me. They live in Seattle. I live in Maryland. So like we're completely opposite sides of the country from each other. But they were awesome. My wife and I like sat down one night and filmed ourselves doing what we wanted Dan and Liz to do in their scenes, and I just sent them that. We did like this really cool scene at the end of the video where Dan looks like Skittles looks like he's getting into the back seat of my truck, but it's actually Skittles getting into the back seat of his car, like in Seattle, and I'm filming here in my car or in my truck to make it we just kind of blend the 2 videos together to make it look that way. And OG is dressed as Dan.
I don't see a lot of one's toothpick flyers.
1S toothpicks are amazing. That was where I got my start with toothpicks. Was a 1S toothpick, 450 milliamp pack, and I would get like 7-minute flight times on it. Ridiculous. That was a Redshifter's frame. Their zero grab or whatever it's called. This was the last one we did with multi, where OG hit me in the side of the freaking head. We were in the middle of a park. We're out in the open. How do you hit somebody in the head with a whoop when you're out in the open?
Try Slippy on one's heads.
How? Slippy on 1S? Okay. What is going on, guys? Find multi. There he is.
All right, let's see what we got.
Mr. Phil, you pick next.
So I guess we'd be
Staring
making-
at the camera.
Mr. Phil, you pick next.
Is this thing on? It's like, yeah, dude, you hit the record button. You've been holding it since we got in the truck.
So I guess we'd be making. You said it right.
Sweet cinnamon loaf. I love how awkward multi is, though.
You and
he's
OG
the
are
best.
low-key incredible pilots. Us Canucks need to step up.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the love as always, and welcome back. Nah, man, I've seen some insane Canadian pilot. Aviation's a Canadian pilot. He's from, I want to say Ontario, but I feel like I just say everybody's from Ontario. They're like, oh, do you know anybody in Canada? I'm like, yeah, Ontario. That's just like the American thing to say. Edoc is a hella good pilot. He's from Canada. I don't sleep on Canada pilots. You guys got some heaters up there.
Check it out. Like nobody. Owen's Park.
But I do appreciate the love. Thank you.
Yeah, there was like nobody here could know. Basketball.
This park is like right down the street from Malty's house.
Half us Canadians live in Ontario, lol.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Good to know. I guess maybe that's why I always say it, is because maybe I have heard people just say they're from Ontario a lot. This place was sick. This is OG flying here. You can't see the logos because the leaves are in the way.
Y'all are the best live stream.
Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking.
Let me get a nickel bag.
That's some good
15
words
bucks,
there, Mike.
little man. Put
Heck
that
yeah, they
shit
are.
in my hand.
I got
if
a
that
good
money
DVR
doesn't
now,
show,
too.
then you owe me, oh.
Dang it. Mike, I apologize. Number one, I want to start off with a heartfelt apology that I have not fixed that alert yet to not play
LOL.
that like split second at the very end. So I do want to apologize for that. Number one. Number two, I want to say thank you for the 420. Appreciate that. And I'm glad that you enjoy the live streams.
Rolling fatties, smoking
Oh
blunts.
dear.
Who smokes the blunts?
Look
We
what you've
smoke the
done.
blunts. Rolling blunts and smoking.
I'm Gross98.
15 bucks, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me, oh.
I love it.
But up, and then it cuts off. Oh, you guys like that way better? You like it all jacked up? That's gonna drive me insane. I have to fix it. I'm Gross98. Thank you for the 420,
LOL.
brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. No message.
That was fun. Millennial goodness.
Yes, it's good. It's good fun.
Like that it drives you insane. Barely notice it.
I noticed. Yeah, I noticed stupid stuff like that. Look at the difference in our DVR. My God. This is Fat Shark, and the BI, I think, is the camera he's using. This is OG's. That park was so sick for trippy spins. So this is OG's here.
What?
It's just like
That is
flipping,
Fat's heart?
blinking. Yeah, this is Fat Shark. He's got HDO2s. I think, or HDOs. I don't remember.
roll
About
up the
time I
sleeve,
show
have the
support, love the
convulsion,
content.
and hail Satan.
Dang.
Somebody found it! Somebody found it! Who found it? Sheesh! You found it! He's the first one to ever find that
Now
one.
for DVR.
Sheesh!
Let me get a nickel back.
Sheesh!
$15, little man.
Oh,
Put
Lord.
that shit in my hand. If that money
I gotta hear it
doesn't show, then you
again.
owe me, oh.
Damn it. First,
Lego
sheesh.
LOL.
Thank you for the 666. You found it. That's one of the hidden ones. There's one more hidden one that hasn't been found yet. And it's not one of the crazy high tiers.
Oh.
John Doe did the $100 tier, which I never thought anybody would ever
Yes.
play ever. But John found that one. But there's one more. I don't even want to give a
Alex
hint.
Jones.
But it's not super expensive. I didn't want to because I didn't want to make that's silly to make super expensive ones. But the little donation, I love those ones. Those are so much fun. Anyways, sheesh. Thank you for the 666, brother. Thank you, and congratulations on being the first to find it. An 8-bit FPV with a little alien robot action with the 420. Thank you again for breaking the donation sound. All right, the stark difference. Fat Shark, Sky Zone 04X's. That's a big ass difference, no? And this is the Razor. This is the Pico Razor camera. So our camera and our goggles are different. And my VTX is actually butchered right now. If you know what my DVR normally looks like, you know I usually don't get that much like noise in the picture.
Was analog only blobs at that time?
At this time, this is analog. I'm flying analog. That was his analog, and the BI camera.
Sweet.
And that's mine.
Goddamn.
With the Pico Razor
Sky Zone takes the cake.
and the Sky Zone 04X's.
Do you twist the camera wires?
Yes. Always, always, always. 314. Interesting. Very good try. Very good try. Thank you
I
for the
thought it was
314. Very
H2O.
good.
My mistake.
Very good try. That's 3.14 is a little too educated. It's too much education for my liking. A much easier to identify number.
LOL, I'll keep trying.
Don't.
710
Please don't
would
feel.
probably be my next guess.
I'll tell you that it isn't 710. I'll tell you that it isn't. 710's not a bad one, although I don't do much dabbing, bro.
Ouch.
But-
LOL.
I'll tell you that 710 is not one. But that would be a good one. We could do like a
311 is my guess.
311's another good guess,
3.50
but
South
no.
Park meme.
Not 311. Another good guess, though. That's actually... Damn, these are good ideas. I gotta write these down. These are good ideas. A 311 one would be good. I could have like a really short
Has
clip
to be Ivix.
of a 311 song. It has to be really short, though, because otherwise YouTube's gonna get pissed. But we could do that. We'll do a short one of 311 for 311. That's a really good idea.
303.
And then the 3.14, the little pie one. That's not a bad one either, but I don't know, I feel like that's kind of too educated for me, you know? I feel like I'm too dumb for that. We should keep it more basic.
3.57 for the longest-lived beta flight version.
Oh,
I would dig the
for the
311
best
jam. Who's got the herb?
beta flight version. That's actually a good
Get
idea.
your own tree 50.
Oh, I already know the sound cue I'm going to use for it, too.
911, what's your emergency?
He found it! The monkey calling the police! He found it! I'm Gross 98!
Around here.
911, what's your emergency?
4.35.
Monkey calling the police. Excellent.
Aye.
Good guess. Very nice.
My transistor. Well done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do Transistor. Just a real quick little clip of it. Just like a... How's the beginning of that go?
I have an emergency. I'm out of
Is
smoke and drink.
Am I thinking of Prisoner or Transistor? Those are on the same album, right? Is it like... No, that's Prisoner. Doesn't Prisoner start like...
LOL.
Transistor's got like a lot harder intro, doesn't it? Look at what a dumbass.
I'm rating my kid's Halloween candy.
I tried so hard not to swear at him because I wanted to swear at him, but I knew he felt bad. Like I knew he felt bad. It is Prisoner? Thank you. Okay.
Twisted
it was
Transistor.
Just stuck in my head. Whoa, Prisoner. But I knew he felt bad. But I was so angry because I've been out flying with this group several times. So many times. We've gone out flying places. 2 times. 2 times we've been out. Somebody's been hit by a quad. This time, and then another time, it was an innocent bystander. It was one of my friends that I invited to come with us while we flew some construction site. They were building new houses in his neighborhood.
Flying a hoop into someone is not cool.
So I said, why don't you come down and hang out? We're going to be flying quads right down your street. So my buddy comes down to hang out. While he's hanging out with us, toothpick right up against the side of his head. Doesn't get hurt, thank God. Now, what do these 2 situations have in common outside of the fact that somebody got hit in the face with a whoop at one and a toothpick at the other? What do these 2 have in common?
I mean,
what
your name is Heads LOL.
These 2
they took it literal.
Things
at Mike Bergman, that is a great one.
In common.
I flew a micro into my neck a year or 2 back and my neck was cut up but not deep.
What could it be?
The pilot.
The pilot. Correct. What do we got for him? Alrighty. Give him a round of applause, everyone. The pilot. Yes. The 2 things in common were someone getting hit in the face and the pilot.
Jesse P. Prob still holds record for whoops to face.
Perfect. Nailed it. Oh, OG. Jesus. Murphy. I'm gross. Did I say thank you for the 9/11? If I didn't say thank you.
I got my
I know I said congratulations on finding it
a week ago.
But thank you as well.
What up, Heads?
Sennheiser, what's happening?
90% of the time.
Got my fractal tangled in my ponytail a week ago. Oh, you did. Yeah, you did tell me about that.
What up, Hoop Fam?
Speaking of Jesse, I actually reached out to Jesse yesterday. I have a really good idea for a video.
All good heads.
But I need Jesse.
Sup.
To talk to me. I need him to contact me. I keep trying to reach out to him, and he's just so busy. He's so busy. This was another good one. Video here. You can't see my big stupid heads in the way. Hang on. Boop. This one right here.
To Sennheiser, what's up?
3 giant heads in the thumbnail. That one's pretty fun too. I forced them both to fly proximity, which they normally don't fly. So I made them both fly proximity freestyle with me for a video. That one was pretty good too. Those were pretty classic.
He drops in here once in a while.
I miss Malty.
Jesse P, that is.
Yeah.
Remember the free credit report commercials?
Free credit report commercials.
My bud almost ran his Flywo Explorer into his friend's face. Lucky he was quick on the disarm.
Yeah. Yeah, that is lucky. Yeah, OG smacked my buddy in the face with a toothpick, and it was like in the dumbest way possible. Okay, where's that video? We were at a massive neighborhood, massive construction site. I mean, like, I can't even count how many like townhomes they were building, connecting like row houses. So many. There was so many places to fly. We were all standing together in a pack. So there was no stragglers, you know? You don't want any live targets walking around out there. No soft targets. So we're all in a little pack. And OG manages to hit the only guy there that wasn't flying in the face.
Scroll back up, you just passed it.
Did I? Poop. Oh yeah, I did. Thank you. Gordon.
Yo,
you the man.
Hummingbird is
God, why is
binded
it
with
so loud?
2.5.1 hours.
Look at all this room.
It's those crazy eyes.
Look at all the
Is
room.
the contest for freestyle? I made 2 cinematic videos this week.
Look at, there's nobody occupying all these empty ones over here. This whole block all the way down this road is empty. Empty. All that. And we are, turn around OG. We're right there.
Did he get it on DVR?
He did, but he didn't put it, I didn't put it in the video.
At Gordon just
we're right
chilling,
there. Here,
taking in.
We're right here. We're all standing in a group right here.
Sick place.
This is my buddy right here on his bicycle. He rode down from his house. His house is like back this way, if you can see my mouse, like back this way behind these houses. And he just moved in. We're like 5 minutes from my house, from where I live. And this is all a new development that he moved into. So I'm standing here. I'm flying. I'm up in the air at the moment. OG's next to me. He's up in the air.
Quads
I think
seem
this is
to be
Malty
attracted
here.
to soft targets in any water.
And then, yeah, this is my buddy
Those
here.
look like the ones over by Fort Totten Metro.
And he gets
Those
whacked
are some cool brandos.
right in the face. And I don't even know how it happened. I feel like OG went, if you can see my mouse, he went like up and around behind him and then like zipped him on the side of the head. He like hit him in the ear. I don't even know. I was standing right next to him. I watched it happen. I remember watching him fly in, and I was like, "Why are you flying that close to anybody?"
He hit him
because he was
with a
open
5?
prop. No. It was a toothpick. Thank God. It was a 1S toothpick too. That's what he's flying right here. It was like a little 1S.
Does he FPV now? Haha.
0802, a 1S 0802 toothpick. So thank God it wasn't anything heavier or a stronger. I think it was 40 millimeter props. So it's basically an open prop. Would I fly? But open
There is
prop.
a low battery.
There's always a low battery with OG builds. This, I think I was flying the Crux. This is the Crux from Happy Model. Oh yeah, it says it right at the bottom.
No juice to recover.
This thing was pretty
toothpick.
sick. But dude, look at this place. How sick. There was so much to fly around. They were building like these little garages back here. So there was these metal frames. The whole interior was all open. You could fly all through up there. I mean, flying through there on a 2S 3-inch toothpick's a little rowdy, but it's still fun. Do little cradles in and out. Yeah, this place was wicked. They built it up really fast, though, so we didn't get too much time to fly in there. But yeah, my area where I moved, there's some sideways power loops. My area where I moved, the county I moved to, like, I think I told you guys this before. The county I came from, and of course, Malty flew a whoop with the crosshair on.
Wicked pissa of a spot.
That's
Hey,
how
him a
little.
power loop,
That's
your
how
huge
little he
face.
flies. Is he left the damn
SYCH.
crosshair on? Who leaves the crosshair on? Malty. This is what he sent me for his clips for the day. And one of them is like he got absolutely lucky. Like it was complete luck. And I hate using lucky things in our videos.
Crosshair for getting those headshots.
Like I've always tried. No, this isn't. This is Malty. Malty doesn't hit people. Malty is uber careful with quads. He's like over careful. Like he gets mad at me when I do stupid shit with my 5-inch quad. So yeah, Malty's like overprotective. I'm like in the middle, and OG is just like, nah, we'll be fine. But anyways, I like this. That was lucky as shit. And I hate putting like really lucky things in here because you can look at it and be like, oh, he didn't do that on purpose. So, you know, you feel like we were there flying all day. You had to use a clip of you getting lucky for like a 2-minute spot in a video.
CK.
There's another one too where he like accidentally, I think he like accidentally wall rides. He tries to do like just a barrel roll.
Og is Dennis the Menace.
And
Send
he
it
really
reverse.
is.
YOLO.
He really is Dennis the Menace. Me? Okay, I'm walking right there. I might actually be able to find this video and show it to you guys. You might not be able to see this anywhere else either. So I'm walking over here to pick up my whoop because I went to do a dive or a power loop. I don't remember. We'll see if we can find the video. But I went to go
getting into the hobby by getting headshotted by other pilots.
I went to go do the whole power loop of this whole thing, the whole structure in a whoop. And when I came down, I had an ant light camera, so the lens sticks out way far. And when I came down, there was a metal crossbeam, and I just bing, slapped into it and shattered the lens on it.
The framing job sites are empty Sundays to usually.
Oh yeah. No, this place was great, especially up where I live. The county I came from, that's what I was getting at. The county I came from had 1.2 million residents. The place I moved to has 250,000. So this place is like just now being built up.
O.G's name should be Heads. His favorite target.
It really should, actually. That's a really good point. He does hit people in the face quite a bit. Quite a bit. Crosshair for getting those headshots. That's what it feels like. Yeah, I know. My buddy, he was interested.
My town has only 10K people.
My buddy was really interested in FPV.
On the Tiny Hawk.
And that's why he came down to look at it and watch us fly. He was really interested in it, but he just like, I don't know. He just had his second kid, like rapid fire, so he's busy as hell. He doesn't have time to fly at the moment.
There's like 5 of them Tiny
Hawks.
Hawks.
One day though. One day he'll fly with us. Yeah, be a little.
10K. What is that? The mountain.
What Tiny Hawk exactly?
Sometimes those lucky runs are so much fun to watch it makes you wonder if he meant to do that. Towson Town Center has some cool domes that would look sick to trippy.
Those lucky runs are so much fun to watch. You wonder if he meant to. That's true. Yeah. Towson Town Center has so many cool domes that would look trippy. Really? Interesting. I'm not too far from there. Next time I'm up at the tattoo shop, actually, I'm right near Towson. I'll stop by there.
In general, from experience, I can't imagine you met Heads.
In general, from experience? Yeah, but I mean, which one? There's like a Tiny Hawk 2, Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. There might be another one I'm forgetting. I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting. They just had, I just mean, as far as the Tiny Hawk, they had a bunch of different ones.
Station.
Depends on what you're flying. You probably get away with flying a whoop in there for a little bit. I'm sure eventually that somebody would yell at you.
Freestyle rocks.
Freestyle rocks? That could mean one of two things. Like freestyle's like wicked, or like you want to like go freestyle.
I have a
around
Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle here that I'm
rocks.
trying to rebuild for a friend. The AIO is dead and the motors don't fit on any other frame. Oh, and no AIO fits on the freestyle frame because the AIO is dumb.
Bro, don't even get me started
Hoop.
on Emacs.
Tiny Hawk 2 became great on Emu and Project
Emacs and their
when it worked.
Their
Tiny Hawk freestyle
proprietary
rocks. I mean the 40mm pusher hoop.
Their proprietary bullshit.
My
with
first brushless
their
hoop
builds
was
is
Tiny
so
Hawk
annoying.
S heavy tank but super durable. LOL. The biggest issue with the Tiny Hawks is the AIO shape.
Here it is.
Taco FPV used to make a cool lil carbon frame swap for TH.
I heard 5G gives you brain aids.
I heard 5G gives you brain aids. Did you know
I
that?
3D printed an adapter to fit a 25mm AIO on the frame. No help with the motors. Hey ma man.
So I think this was the
TPU adapter
first?
to fit regular IOs at Brandon.
I think this was technically the first Where Will We Whoop episode. Okay.
New
Damn it.
tattoo idea.
Damn it,
Freestyle
Malty.
rocks. Yeah, there is an adapter available now. Check TKS Thingiverse. LOL.
Malty just
I have
reminded
the
me.
TH2F.
This just reminded
Trying
me.
to rebuild with a Happy Model X12 with printed adapter from Thingiverse. I hate the 40mm pusher prop quality sucked. Yeah, but that's more complexity I don't need in a build. Hoop hoop knuckle tats.
Oh, whoop whoop knuckle tats. I already have tattoos on my knuckles, but on my toes, that would even fit better because all my toes lay out next to each other, so you could fit 5 letters as opposed to like with your knuckles, you know, it's a little harder. So this just reminded me, while we sit here and stare at Malty's magnificent midsection, 3M words, you're welcome. I wanted to mention another M word for you. When we arrived at this spot, something happened that happens quite often when we go out to fly with Malty. We arrived at the location only to find out that Malty had forgotten all of his batteries. All of his batteries were in his truck, which was at my house. We're not far from my house. Like I said, we're only like 6 minutes from my house. But still, we got there, unpacked. OG and I are just getting ready to get a whoop in the air, and then Malty realizes he left his battery pouch with like his goggle battery and his radio battery back at my house in his truck. So we had to leave to go back to get his batteries. But this happened another time when we were out filming with Malty, and he forgot the batteries for the plane that we needed to fly for the video, for the whole reason we went out. But anyways, I had to stop there to mention that. Sorry.
LMAOO. Or get with Jack at Jack 3D Printing to see if he will cut a frame with that AIO. I hate when that happens.
It happens all too often with Malty. So this is my old whoop that I used to fly. This is 65 millimeters, so
I drove
mind
to
the
HRS
wind.
to multi-GP track and did same thing oof.
It was also
I
windy
got to the
as
long range
hell.
spot and had to go back home to get my
wonder-
packs one time.
Here, I wonder if you can hear
Super
it.
lame.
I say we move further down. Windy. Fire the whoops up right here real quick. I'm down. Now you can't really hear it. This is with the Runcam 5 Orange. This is before I bought a GoPro. So all of our old videos,
I
the
feel
sound
better
quality is really bad. But so anyways, this was a 65 millimeter whoop, and it was not a good day to be flying a whoop.
Lame is how you say lame in French.
It was very, very windy. But anyways, I flew the whoop for a little bit, and then I smashed into a pole here. I'm trying to find the part where I do. Oh, God. Hang on. Before I get my ears destroyed. I just want to... There it is. There it is. Wow. We had to do our walk of shame. That's when I noticed.
Ouch.
That's when I noticed that the lens
Press F for lens.
was obliterated. Okay, so I'm on my way doing a power loop on this big bitch here. I go up. I go through. Ooh, I was flying a GMB battery. What am I holding in my hand? Look at that thing. That is Tiny Whoop motors. Tiny Whoop Unibells. 2S. That is two 300 milliamp GMB batteries under there. Okay, I know what build this is. Those were 12,000 kV Tiny Whoop motors. This was my 2S 65 millimeter build. This thing was a beast. I go up.
Better life in the suburbs.
I go through. I'm coming down, and that crossbar on the second floor up, I caught my camera. Look at that. Oh, big old wink on it.
I flew Hummingbird
face,
V2 for 4
dumbass.
minutes. Emax 450 mAh 50 to 60% throttle. They fly nice.
I want to point something out too, real quick. If you listen closely, you can hear OG mad as hell in the background, swearing about... God, I don't remember. I think his whoop kept unbinding from his radio, and it turned out it was something dumb, as it always is. But you can hear he's like freaking out in the background if you hear it. Just try to listen past my big stupid voice. On the second floor up, I caught my camera. So, because this fucking piece of shit's doing this fucking USB shit again. So it's the end of the whoop for the day. I guess I'll go get the. He's still swearing back there too. Whoops. And then he got mad and just ended up watching me. He watched me fly the rest of the packs. But this is another thing I didn't want to put on our channel for another reason, because I did something really dumb in this that I'd probably never do again. First off, back at this time, I didn't like scope out places before I flew. Now when I go to places, I'll throw like something 1S up in the air and just kind of cruise my first battery and just check the area out, get a feel for like where traffic is for people, you know, if there's gaps I can hit, if there's things to play around with. It's like kind of just an exploratory pack. It's a great idea to do when you go to a new spot. I didn't do that here. And directly above us, right up there, in this balcony up here, is a realtor and a client on the rooftop balcony. And in a moment, they're going to have my toothpick fly up, doing a power loop, like literally right over their heads. Not right over their heads, but you're going to get a good look at them when I fly up. So that's why I kept this on my personal channel.
It would have made it through that gap if it were a fractal.
It would have, you're right. It would have handled the wind way better.
I didn't keep my fractal built because it didn't like to turtle in the carpet. He forgot the Snickers bar.
He did.
That still looks so clear.
He was hella pissed.
Yeah, very clear.
I scared the shit out of Malty right there. See, I told you, Malty is uber careful. He is like, when he gets up to go get his whoop, he you know, I'm going out. And then, I'm right here. I'm right here. If you get anywhere near him, I'm right next to you. But like, you'll see, I know he's there. I see him there. So I like,
wait,
whoop,
is this still analog?
and I like stop. No.
OG
Sorry.
freak out is so funny.
This is a Insta360, the first one. The first Insta360. This is just mounted on my toothpick. And there's my buddy on his bike before he got hit in the face. Poor fella.
For good reason. Ogs in the air, LOL. Oh, okay.
Yeah, OG's in the air.
Was gonna
He's flying
say.
a toothpick right there. So these are all new little units. So they're trying to sell them. And at one point, I'm trying to remember where it is. I just like hurl it up over top. Oh, okay, here. So here are the realtor and the client. Right there. And I didn't know they were there. I didn't see them right. I was in analog. So you're seeing a really clear picture. I didn't see this. So they see me buzz past, but then I shoot up like that was over the edge of the roof. So I went like right over there. If I screwed that up,
LOL.
Look how blind I went into that. If I messed up the amount of throttle I gave it right there and didn't go high enough up, there's a good possibility I would have winged it right into that balcony where they were standing. Like a great possibility. At 15-degree camera angle, you get a split second to tell where you are once you flick backwards, because you got to be on the throttle pretty flat.
Looks like you guys
at 15
have a
degrees
spectator
until
on
you
the bike.
throw backwards.
Which camera is this footage from?
That's my buddy. That's my buddy that got hit in the face with OG's toothpick. Yeah, that's my friend. That's who's on the bike.
YOLO. They loved it.
Poor
the
guy.
Property sold over asking.
Yeah, he was hanging out. Got hit right in the face. Innocent bystander. It was this guy's fault right here. This little psycho-eyed bastard. This camera footage, Bones, is from the original Insta360. Or Insta360 Go. Sorry, the original Insta360 Go. Which flying through tight quarters with a Insta360 Go on it is nerve-wracking because
Chunky ankles.
It doesn't handle well. A little nose heavy. Yeah, that was moments before he got hit in the face right there. Here he is.
Original Insta360 Go was limited to 1080p 50, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, this is really good for analog. The new Go 2 does 1440p 50.
I think it was 50. But yeah, it wasn't a bad picture. It was pretty good. The Instago 2 it
30.
was even better IMO. This was perfect. This guy just came cruising through while I was flying. I was like, what? I'm gonna do a little quick chase until I lose signal, which is pretty much till there. As soon as I got a building in my way, that was pretty much it for that one. This is my old 2-inch or 2.5-inch toothpick, the Kira.
His car
the
is
Avant
pixelated.
Quads Kira.
Cool wrap.
Yeah, it was kind of neat wrap. Then these dudes came by on dirt bikes, little mini bikes, and were ripping around. Yeah, we just had like this, where I live, nobody gives a shit. So like, you see like dirt bikes and you'll see like snowmobiles driving through fields, like not while it's snowing out.
I used to do vehicle wraps. I did a 370Z wrap one time.
Hit me with that again.
Dang, what a spot. I'm thinking of wrapping my
Ooh.
TX12.
Yeah, this was a 6 spot, and the whole neighborhood was vacant on the side we were on. Like that whole street was completely empty. There were new buildings, but nobody had moved in yet. Oh, 2 wall tabs. Get at me.
Nice Z needed Elvers.
Yeah, this was with FR Sky and a 150 milliwatt VTX standalone. 16 by 16 stack on the Kira, and it was 3S. Yeah, I flew it on 3S when I flew the Insta360 on it. But that is the day that OG smacked somebody else in the face with a quad. I wonder, are there any other times OG just decided to hit somebody in
Brandon,
the face?
how hard would it be to wrap a radio like the TX12? Just the front cover. Is this a bad idea? I still have an unused Insta360 Go 1 LOL. Big surprise, I know. Not bad on past.
An unused? Really?
Now Elvers and
Mine
400
has
MW on ones.
Mine has a smashed lens from when we did our 4th of July video, the first one, which I watched on stream the other night. If you guys were here, I think I watched it on stream.
What motors were you running on that 2.5?
Brother Hobby. 12. What were those? 1102s? Brother Hobby 1102s. 6,400 kV?
1,103.
1103? Maybe? I don't remember, honestly. I switched them not long after. They came with Brother Hobby motors on them from Avant Quads. And then I switched them to
I'd love to
T-motors.
hydro dip mine, but already put tweet grip on it.
And then I switched them to
I think
Flywoos. It has the
Hummingbird
Flywoo
V2 fly better
Gold
than Mobula 7.
motors on them now.
At BWNZ with vinyl. Easy, just use a heat gun and press it down and take care to
This
work down the
is-
deepest recesses first, then trim around the edges and rebuild the radio.
This is that
But
2S
just buy
Whoop.
grip tape from Tweet. Brother Hobby needs to get into the
I
802
don't think-
702 motors.
I don't actually talk about. I got a little piece of fuzz on my face. I don't think I actually talk about them very much. Wait, do I?
Today we're going to be trying out the...
Oh God, I'm palming. This is a year ago. I'm palming the Runcam 5 Orange in my hand, and that's why that audio sounds so amazing.
Yes sir, heads.
Today
I
we're gonna
mean,
be trying
it's
out the
opened.
0802
But I never figured it out, because I'm stuck on a shitty older iPhone. What's easier, hydro dip or vinyl wrap? Thank you, Brandon.
P.S. Big jar of weed right here. It's medical. It's medicinal. I have my medical license. I have Crohn's disease. But that is a big jar of weed. I don't leave that out so much anymore. I try to be careful about that. And I usually try to move my bong off of my workbench too when I'm filming, because it's not a good look.
17,500 kV motors. These are the onesie motors from Tiny Whoop. The reason I really
At
want
Mike
to try
Berkman,
these
you
out
don't
and what
use
I'm
the
looking
Go
for
One?
with these,
How much
I
you
think
want?
It's cold today, so I think I'm gonna fly around the house. I'll let you know what I think.
Oh, there's my pooch.
At John O'Connor,
This
what
thing
is your
was
throttle when
mean
hovering?
as hell. This little whoop, it was like
Hey, I have Crohn's
a
also.
little pocket rocket. All puns intended. Little sideways power loop over the
I used to rap
kitchen
at a
table?
shop, so I'd say rap. It's easy AF as long as the surface isn't too
Man, I was
complex at SHVAESHFPV.
Stiff,
Good night
stiff.
all.
Hang on, let me catch up. People are saying good night.
If
Johannes,
the
good night, sir.
surface is complex, then dip.
Daryl, you have Crohn's? No shit. Damn, dude. There's so many of us. Somebody else
motor
just came in the
screen.
other day and said they had 'em.
Nighters.
That they had Crohn's. And Sergio
Chris.
Lopez that comes in every now and then, he has Crohn's. Boner FPV. Boner has Crohn's. That's one of the things that him and I have in common. Wow.
You guys are cronies.
That's insane. I thought it was fairly rare. It's crazy to meet so many people in the hobby that have it. Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing. And I'm sorry that you share the same shit-ass disease that I have. Man, I missed those little 2S 65mm whoops were nuts. I remember people were like, that thing's not going to freestyle
Never
for
even
shit.
heard of
It's
it
gonna
until the
suck.
military told me after a colonoscopy.
Yeah, I actually didn't find out about it until I was in my late 20s.
I have
And
gluten
then,
intolerance, but it's not celiacs.
I like almost
I had my
died
entire
3
descending
times.
colon removed. Look, little mess, lol. Wait, those are 2S motors.
Yes.
I have a colonoscopy
Yeah,
end
these
of this month.
are 2S motors. Oh god, I don't envy you, Brandon. I fucking hate colonoscopies. You have to get them so many times. Why is it okay? So I have Crohn's disease, right? Fine. Can you stop being so fascinated with my butthole, doctor? Please. Just for like a couple months. Just give me a break. God, it's no good.
I don't know, Brandon. I'd say make an offer food. Dude.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's crazy to meet so many people with Crohn's.
Want some food at Mike Bergman?
In the hobby. Ooh.
Haha. LOL.
I haven't done a little Immelman in a while. That was a
Sorry about that.
shit power loop. Garbage. Do better.
So I like to ride really low.
LOL, I can trade as you food for camera.
Really a dead stop.
Lost 1/3 of my colon
Back
and
to
lost
level
my
and
gallbladder.
just being able to take off.
I don't know how. I should have asked them what percentage.
Gobble.
I guess I could have done the math. They removed 3 feet of my small intestine when I had my bowel resectioning. That's all they told me though. They were like, it was 3 feet. It was 3 feet, and your
Man, I've thought for a
celiac
while
valve.
that the 65 Pro with 35mm props would be kind of neat. No safety railings on second floor wall, failed safety inspection. What are you paying for Underhog?
And I really can't do stuff like
robot
that
lady.
with the Happy Model motors I was running. There was always a bit of sag coming out of dives and stuff.
Those
like
are
that.
nice
So I was
motors
stopping
though.
on a
Those
dive,
Moose
which
Juice
really
motors by Tiny Whoop. Moose Juice. Those are pretty neat.
My guts are always messed up.
Ditto.
Scared to get probed. Don't even want to know what is wrong.
You should, man.
I'm
Don't
not
let it
starving.
get too far.
I promise.
I let mine get out of control, and that is when it gets bad. Oh, there. This one right here. This is my little toothpick that I built. That I would get like 7-minute flight times on this thing. It was sick. It was
It's a
super light
mouthwash
too.
sound effect.
Oh, it was nice. It was so much fun to fly, and it flew on the same batteries that I fly on my whatchamacallit, my Mopfic, the 450s. The Ion.
Got lucky. They caught my colon cancer at stage 1. Ended up with a right hemicolectomy.
Very lucky. Yeah, no, I'm glad they could find it. Some scary shit, man. What the hell's going on with all of our stomachs? What do you guys think it is? You think it's all the plastic we're eating? Probably, right? Plastic. I feel like that's probably the culprit.
Is a colonoscopy a long procedure? Does it damage the insides?
Doesn't feel like it to you. I mean, the
Toxic
the
world.
problem with colonoscopies
Mine's
is
on
the
the
prep.
leg.
The prep takes forever.
Good thing none of our foods are processed.
Because it's like 24 hours worth of drinking this nasty shit that just makes you shit just constantly. Because they're just trying to just flush your insides out completely, and then you're not allowed to eat anything after a certain point, like drink nothing. So the normal shit before you go in for a surgery, like your normal fasting, but then drinking, I think it's called Go Lightly. Ugh. There's nothing lightly about it. It's like a fire hose. It's awful. It's the worst thing ever.
I
Not
ate
a
Mexican food for dinner.
That's basically
I
what I'm
think it's
talking about.
definitely long-term exposure to
Yeah.
something in our foods.
Likely, right?
Poor eating in my case. Could be all the hormones in the foods.
That too.
Taco Bell.
Solely Taco
Wow.
Bell is
On the border.
responsible.
Taco Bell, oh yahaha. Go lightly. With margaritas while it's snowing. I like what I like. It's the fluoride and microplastics.
I think the microplastics is we're onto something with that. I think we're onto something with that. I wonder how prevalent Crohn's is in other countries that like don't eat a whole bunch of processed shit. I'd be curious to know. So this is that quad. This is the quad that I was talking about. This is the one that I was flying at that construction site.
Ha ha ha.
I don't
That
think
is
you
the
can
worst
tell what
part.
motors
The prep
are on
day
it in this,
sucks.
though. The prep day is the
Yeah, and the processed foods and stress too.
It's so bad.
Go lightly gallon warm lemon flavor.
God. Ugh. And the stuff, I don't know if y'all have had it, but the stuff they made me drink was like, it was thick. It was like, not syrup. It was thinner than syrup, but it was like cough syrup. Like that, like viscosity. It was gross. It wasn't like drinking it. She was like, it's going to be like drinking a Gatorade. The nurse. You're a filthy liar, nurse. Nurse liar. That's you. God damn it. It was like drinking motor oil. It was disgusting. It was thick. Nasty, dude. Ugh. Ugh. God, I
Ever
have to
drink
do
milk
another
of
one, I'm
magnesia?
sure.
Fun times.
I used to stock it on the shelves. I used to unload trucks when I was
LOL.
doing like assistant manager work for CBS. I would bounce around to stores and help them catch up on stock.
I
and
had terrible bleeding and
empty
still
out their
had
back
to
rooms
drink
and
a
stuff.
gallon of Go Lightly.
Dude, me too. What is brilliant. I went to this place called Shady Grove Hospital. Everybody here calls it Shady Grave. Shady Grove Hospital is really good at birthing babies, and that's about it. They suck with everything else. I knew a client of mine that went in for a pretty routine knee surgery and died from an infection, like after the surgery. Like it was from the surgery. I knew somebody else that had an instrument left in them, or gauze. I can't remember now if it was an instrument or gauze. But anyways, I ended up at Shady Grave when I first felt sick. And I won't give you all the details. Maybe one night, but not tonight. But I almost died like 3 times because I refused to go to the hospital because I was like, I'm fine. And then when I did go to the hospital was like, oh yeah, you're fine. You got some gas. You just got some farts. That's all that is. Just go home and give it some toots, and then you'll be feeling right as rain in the morning. So we did that 3 separate times where they sent me back home saying that I had the farts. And then I came in with internal bleeding, and my guts were all swollen, and I was like green and just puking everywhere, and I couldn't keep any food down, and nothing was going through, and I was just a mess. Like my bowels were just swollen shut. And then I was like, maybe we try a different hospital. So we went to the further hospital, and they were like, oh shit, you're like dying. You need to go to the hospital, a bigger one. So they sent me to Hopkins, like down in Baltimore. Crazy.
Our medical system
So,
is
yeah.
such a fucking joke.
Go to the hospital
They are
if you
nasty
feel
taste LOL.
sick. Get it looked
I was
at.
in rundown Hartford while traveling for
Don't
work.
ignore it if it doesn't go
Damn,
away.
yours sounds worse. Like shady graves of death. At CKRev1_8 I've
Shady
had
Grave is
stuff
the
in my
worst.
colon but just benign.
Hate that place.
The prep I got this time is tablets and I just need to chug a bunch of water with them. You guys are making me hungry.
Bro, starving right
When
now.
I was on the hospital for my surgery there was a dude that was in there cause he liked to do chickens and got a disease from it.
What the
My
fuck?
stepmom is in a court case with the hospital because they sent her home when she was having a stroke. Blind now.
Holy shit. Alright, so I guess it's not just our shit hospital. I guess most hospitals shit. Or at least mine and yours. What the hell, dude? Yeah, that's not okay. I don't like hospitals in general, but I've had to spend so much time in them with this Crohn's shit. When I first got diagnosed, it was 9 days straight with an NG tube up my nose, which now I have a deviated septum because it was a giant nurse man who came in singing Mariah Carey and like kind of sashaying in, and he had the tube in his hand. I was like, what the fuck is that? And he was like, this is going up your nose. I was like, great. And he's like, and then it's going to go down your throat. So when it comes around this side, try to swallow it. First off, don't come in here singing Mariah Carey to me and then start telling me to swallow things you're going to shove up my nose, please. First, let's start there. And second, what do you mean that's going up my nose and then down my throat? What the hell? I didn't even know what an NG tube was. I had no idea. But it was in there for 9 days.
I was high as fuck and paranoid and
just
bleeding like a
pulling
faucet
things
from
out of
the
my stomach.
backside.
It was gross. It was like 2 liters a
VA
day or
is
something.
worse.
It was nasty.
You should make a quad called Cronus White, Gray, and
Yeah.
Black theme. I've been waiting 10 days for my insurance to approve an important
Oh.
lab my DR ordered.
Sennheiser. Clean.
It's the newer generation of doctors and nurses. Hippocratic oath means nothing to them. Looks like Western countries have the most crons. Asian countries have the least. 6.3 per 100k compared to 0.8 per 100k.
Wow.
Did that recently at Ent document felt like COVID test but worse. I refused NGT. Got TPN instead.
I had to do both.
Holy crap, Brandon.
I was NG tube for 9 days, TPN in both arms, because the first arm I had it in got blood clots after 6 months, and I switched it over to the other arm. I was on TPN for 9 months. No eating, 9 months. It was a 1,200 milliliter bag, I think. It was a huge bitch. I ran it 12 hours a day, every day, for 9 months. Oh, I went to work every day with it. Wore a stupid backpack and just have a little pump in the pouch and then a little cord going to my arm, and I would just go about my day until I got blood clots. I was at work one day and my manager came around the corner and was like, hey, your one arm's all kind of purple and like swollen. And I was like, oh shit, I'll go to the hospital after work. And he was like, no, you should go now because that looks pretty bad. And I was like, okay. So I went to the hospital and they were like, oh yeah, you got blood clots in there. We got to take that tube out of your arm. But you're not allowed to have it out and eat yet. You're still on bowel rest. So we're going to take it out, put it in the other arm. So that's what ended up happening with my
What?
my
No
PICC
eating.
line.
ITLL
No.
looks skinny.
No.
Remember the smell/taste when you connect.
Yes, I do.
Good
Yeah,
night, guys.
gross.
I wish good health and med stick skills for all.
Yes. Likewise.
Brandon, are
Sheesh.
people reluctant to say let's
Thank
go when
you.
it's time to leave with you?
Thank
Do they say onward, Brandon, or something?
Bones. Sheesh, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you hanging out, brother. Have a good night. Take care. And yes, best of health, please. Please, God, everybody, hang in
Pick line.
there. Yeah, PICC line is, man. I don't miss it. I have really bad.
That's why I'm gross.
God, man, I'm still dealing with the repercussions from the PICC line. Like, my sleep schedule is still fucked up because I couldn't sleep with the pump running, and it was hard for me to take it with me to work and like wear it all day and be bouncing around with customers and unloading truck and shit. So I would try to do it at night, but it would keep me up because you're getting like fat emulsifiers and caffeine and all, not caffeine, but you're getting all the sugars and shit that you need, that your body needs. So it would like amp me up some. You get like kind of not jazzed, but you know, like you get a little, it's like you're eating your first meal of the day, but it's all 3 meals and you're getting it all at once. And it looks like milk. Oh, God, that stuff's so gross, dude. That's why I'm gross. Is that
Damn
why
man.
that's the name?
This is nuts.
For real? That's
Dang,
that's
they should have
is
let
that
you
where the
off
name?
work for that.
Well, I didn't
With
want to.
pay.
I chose to be fair. Wait. Damn it. I wasn't ready for this.
Well, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair, they did offer for me to stay at home. And while I was in the hospital for 9 days, he not only started a GoFundMe and raised a whole bunch of money for me to cover like my bills, and my hospital bills were, because I didn't have insurance, so my hospital bill was like $130,000. So he raised money for that and paid me my full pay. And he had just hired me like 3 months prior to manage his shop so he could leave his shop and go open another business. And then I immediately went out for like 2 months in and out of the hospital. And so when I finally came back, I was like, nah, you're good. I'm here. I'm gonna bring this stupid ass thing with me every day to work. I'll wear it while I'm working, no problem. My nurses, I think it was like every week or 2 weeks, I can't remember. A nurse would come to change the bandage on the PICC line and put a new one on. And I would have them come to my work, and we had a couch in like the waiting room, and I could sit, and the nurse would change my bandage, and I'd go back to work. But no, fuck that, man. The world doesn't stop turning just because I got sick.
Yellow and white. I'm always the first to leave when hanging
Yeah, the
with
yellow
others
and white
for
when
this
you gotta
exact
shoot the
reason
little
at BWNZ.
little stuff in there.
Yes, sir. Gross. I flew average 4 minutes to 4:30 min Hummingbird V2, not bad.
Damn,
Wow.
that's not bad at all.
Respect to the dude.
Really?
At
That's
John
not bad at all.
O'Connor, Iron Mask NSR.
Sheesh.
What batteries are you using? Emax 450 mAh.
How do you like the Emax packs? I have some upstairs, but I don't remember ever flying them. And they're 0 volt now, so they're just I only keep them so that I can measure them in frames and stuff when I get them to make sure that they fit. But I haven't actually flown one in a long time. One of these days I'm going to go back and I just want to delete some of like the BS videos we have. We don't have a whole lot. I'm trying to look now.
My wife is a nurse and she's the most amazing person in my life.
I want to like get rid of
It's
some of
literally
like the
life and death where she works every day.
bullshit out of
450
here,
mAh
you know?
GNB batteries coming in tomorrow. I like the Emax.
Your wife is a nurse,
Better
Brandon.
than
Oh, okay. I
RDQ.
didn't know that. That's
Didn't
cool.
fit
Good
in.
on her.
I got zip tied LOL.
My wife is a teacher, so other side of the helping people spectrum. So yeah, you probably have a much greater respect for. I have a much greater respect for, like the not just the struggle of teachers. I feel like teachers are pretty vocal about their struggle, but the struggle with kids with learning disabilities. Like growing up, I don't know if I had any.
Sing One of These Days by FF.
Hearing, because my wife deals with kids with autism mainly, so hearing a lot about that's been kind of like eye-opening, I'd say. Eye-opening is a good way to put it. Man, there were so many. Yeah, there's so many good videos back here. They're sleepers though. Like some of these.
My
look at
twins
this.
are autistic.
First time I ever flew my whoop through a basketball hoop. It's like a whole freestyle video. 92 views on that.
It is tough.
It's old stuff. We had some goodies back then that that are just gonna sit here. Every now and then, I'll get a random comment on one of these old ones. I'll be like, 2 years ago, what the hell? And it'll be some person that like dug back through our videos and found some old one. And they're like, oh shit, this is cool.
I volunteer at the elementary school 3 days a week. My class kids are super cool.
Nice. That's awesome. Your twins are autistic.
Through
No kidding.
basketball hoop with net.
Yeah, it is. It is tough. I can't imagine having
should
twins
just leave
as
them.
well. That sounds tough. Through a basketball hoop with a net. I don't think the net was on. I can check. You think I should just leave them up?
At Brandon Beans, that is awesome.
I don't know, because some of them are kind of dead weight, and I'd like one day to be able to say that like all of our videos are worth watching, you know? But I feel I'm looking at some of these, like this was a multi-freestyle, and like let's just take a peek at it. It's going to be Maltese freestyle. So multi-freestyling is like just cruising pretty much for the most part. Oh, this is a never mind. This is a Cinequeen flight. Oh God. Okay. I thought that was the actual, that's not the actual video, was it? No. Okay. That's just YouTube being YouTube.
Zip tie. Why not lightly tape them until they fit?
I'm wondering why it's so bumpy. So
it shows the progression of the channel, so I think it's cool for posterity.
Well, I would leave some, but there's some that are like this one could probably go. You know what I mean? And there's a bunch that I put out that could probably go now. Like they're just kind of
maybe too big. Sorry.
Anyways, Malty bought a Cinequeen. And when the Cinequeen arrived, Malty flew it one time and then
send me the black box log of this Cinequeen.
Chopped the ducks off of it.
Fun retro vids.
He chopped the ducks off of it because it came with a spare set of ducks. But he didn't realize he had to like take it apart to get the ducks on and off. So he just chopped what was there off and left the bits of plastic on attached to it and then went and flew it because he read or heard somewhere that it flew better without the ducks.
Retro vids watch fun.
And then he smashed it into his awning in his backyard. And what's funny is
I met an autistic dude and he was incredible.
He told OG and I
chopped the ducks
ahead of time. He was like, "Oh man, I was out flying the Cinequeen. I was doing some maiden flights and there was a big gust of wind and I smashed right into my my gazebo in my backyard." And I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." And he's like, "Yeah, so he broke something on it. I don't remember what." And I was like, "Oh man, that sucks because you just got it." And then he wanted me to put this video together for him. So I was like, all right, well, send me your footage. This is how we used to do it is Malty would send me all of his raw footage from his day of flying. And then I would dig through Malty's footage and pull out clips that I thought people would enjoy, put them to music, time everything for him, and then put his little watermark in the corner and then throw it up on the channel. So he sent me the raw footage of the Cinequeen flights. So I got to see the crash. And there was no wind. No, there was no wind. He was headed straight for it for a while. Like he had a while to change course. I don't know. I guess he didn't see it. But he smashed right into it. And I remember him telling OG and I that it was the wind. And I was like, uh-huh. Was it? Was it the wind?
I make my videos private after a while.
Sneaky
Keeps
wind.
my YouTube footprint small.
That's not a bad idea.
Some of the smartest people I've ever met were autistic.
That's also true. Yeah. Autism is interesting. It's an interesting thing to just kind of
Autism is unique.
look
My twins
into
are cool,
and question.
just different. Trying to understand how their minds work.
Exactly, yeah. Picking apart everything about autism is very interesting. It's a very interesting topic.
Autism is spectrum.
My wife went and got her master's in special education, and she focuses mainly on kids with autism. So it's been.
I had an employee
I didn't know
with
anything
Asperger's
about
and the company owners didn't like him and I had to fight to keep him working there.
Before meeting
Was my
wife.
longest hired assistant and did great work with great attention to detail.
For sure.
Yes. The Cinequeen ducks are super easy to remove, LOL.
Are they really? He told
That
me it
is
was
so
like
cool.
a pain in the ass to
Heads.
remove them. Yeah, he told, for some reason he said it was a big pain in the butt. Guess not. Oh well. Actually, I'm sorry, we keep diving in and out of autism. It's like FEV, autism, FEV, autism. Gordon, I was gonna say, when my wife,
Your wife is so cool.
when my
I
wife
tip my
started
hat to her.
dealing with special needs kids,
Just don't
I
screw the
had
bolts into the motor
a
windings without the
view
ducts.
of what
Probably
a special
read
needs
wrong
child
instruction,
was
LOL.
from like my only experience with it which was being in public school, and usually I had only seen kids with Down syndrome, and that's what I considered to be special needs. So when I started learning about autism, I was like, oh, this is interesting, because like when you learn about the spectrum of autism, you're like, that's wild. Like now, this is very interesting. Now it opens up a lot more questions, and I love picking my wife's brain about it. She is brilliant. She knows, way more than I could ever imagine knowing about most things, I feel like. But yeah, I love picking her brain on most things. But I always have random
was in special
questions
ed class from first grade.
that I'll think of. Just because autism seems to be more prevalent, like it's in conversation more. At least in my life, it's become more common in conversation. So I've become more and more curious with it, and it's been great having my wife be so knowledgeable about it, because I can just ask her anything really, and she usually has a good answer for me. God, look at this thing getting pushed around.
Is that using DJI Air unit?
No, this is an onboard HD on the Cinequeen. I think it was an SD card onboard thing. I can't remember the camera that comes on it.
Autism is from Vac Thursons.
Oh, what's the camera name?
Until
the
12th.
Cinequeen, the Cine B, and the Cine King. Was it the Cine B? There was a Cinequeen, a Cine King, and a Cine something.
Don't be stupid at John Doe.
It's a Cine something.
Special ed teacher 8 awesome.
But anyways, they had their whole line of Cinas that came out, and I don't know that any of them even had air units on them. This may have been before those were. Maybe it did. We could look it up. It was Get RC, and it was not the best.
Facts.
As far as for. Hey, Nathan Loops commented. Nathan Loops is the only comment on this video?
That is fantastic. This channel fantastic.
What?
You and your wife are amazing people. Cinnamon.
Out of all the comments that could have been, there's one. And it's from Nathan Loops? That's so random. That's from 2 years ago. That's when Nathan Loops still... I don't think Nathan Loops flies anymore, does he? There's Malty just sitting there in his backyard. That's the gazebo that he ran into. He ran into this pole right there. Here, hang on.
Wonder if he was looking for himself at the YouTube.
We'll get a good look. We'll get a good look at the damage. This pole right here. He was doing this same pass, and he just went whap right into it, and it rolled out into the yard. And then it was broken forever. This was a very tame flight. Jesus, Malty, nice landing. Why'd you go up so high? He was like level with the table and like purposely was like, pow. Oh, Malty, you goober, you. Somebody asked me the other day if I've ever invented a trick, and if you're still here, I'll see if I can find the video real quick, and then we'll roll out on that. It's almost 1 in the morning. Speaking of Nathan Loops, there's a Whoop-torial with Nathan Loops. It is a Whoop-torial. That's an easy way to find it.
Land now, Bob.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it looked like. It's just like
Head's best trick. Pretend to fly 5-inch. I have a local bud that loves to disarm from 5 feet up. He also crashes hard, the ground feels it.
John. One of these days, John. One of these days. Fly 5-inch. Right up your butthole. Okay, let me see. Where do I teach you how to do my trick? Stop it. There it is. The stall 360 rewind. Still a working title because I can't think of a better name for it. But that's literally what you do. You stall, you do a 360, and then you rewind back. Would you guys like to see how to do it?
What's up, guys? Heads here from Infinity Loops, and today we're going to teach you a new trick. I'm getting
What?
some help on this video
One
because,
of these days.
well,
How
I
right to the
kind of
moon,
started
Alice.
doing the trick, and then maybe 24 hours later I get a comment
That
from
one is
iGal
nice
Season
trick.
2's 5th place finalist, Callisto FPV, and he told me that he does it
This guy's a bit wordy, you know?
now with a yaw spin. And I figured, why not? I'll just collaborate with him on this one. We'll show you how to do it both ways. So, let me
Look how
go
empty
find
that
my
wall
loop,
is behind me.
and then we'll get this started.
All special effects.
Hey guys, Callisto here. Today you're gonna learn the stall 360 rewind. Oh, and I was never here.
Callisto, always jumping.
All right,
in
guys,
my
I got
videos.
it. So what? Did
Yes,
Callisto
he
just
posted
steal my
a video
intro?
not too long ago for THR 1002 for Happy Model.
I didn't know.
Just got home from work.
You're talking about
What are
Nathan
we
Loops,
doing?
I assume.
I just watched this one. Love it.
Dingles. Howdy, howdy. Oh, you just watched this one. Okay. So this is, yeah, that's Callisto doing the yaw spin version, which is pretty sick. The original version that I did was that opener. This one here. This was like the first time I actually hit it. I had been working on it, trying to hit it, and then this was like the first time I actually like got it clean. Semi-clean, though. Well, I guess it wasn't that clean. I like the yaw spin version. That's pretty sick, too. Callisto, if you guys haven't checked him out before, is a beast. He was in here earlier. Again, a finalist from iGal 2, the season I was in. Absolute G. But anyways, that's there if you want to learn how to do that. Fairly simple trick. It's just three parts. Just break it down into 3 parts. It's way easier. Callisto actually had a really good
Cleaner
method
than Hunter's laptop.
where he would just do this like a
Smooth as
pendulum
eggs.
and just get that
Old
rewind.
camera, LOL.
And then once he got the rewind good, then he would start hitting the 360 at the top of it. Which I don't remember if I practiced it that way or not. I don't think I did. But I give you like a nice long breakdown of how to do it, a little stick cam footage of how to do it. Yeah, this is a Runcam Nano 3 that I'm flying on this build. And I think this is also a... No, this is a Mobula 7 V3 frame. So this is the Mob Thick. This is the original Mob Thick, which was actually thick as hell. It was like a real thick, chunky boy. But a hell of a whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this list will get some more added to it here soon. I have some more ideas. There's a really long list of tricks to do whoop tutorials too. I don't know. We got sidetracked doing other fun stuff, and that's my problem. I have so many ideas for things that I want to do for the channel, like Just the Tips were such a good idea, but they were too early. We were too ahead of our time. The Just the Tips are like basically YouTube shorts, and they're funny as shit. Like this one, I just have like a
I've been tuning Tyrant's
like
75
full-blown
hoop with Black
blowtorch.
Box, and it's pretty dang good now.
OG plays
Want to
the
do some
harmonica
tuning
at
with
the end of
me,
one of
Max?
them.
Hooper.
Look, OG's just grinding on a whoop.
Burger. LOL.
Got it.
Have any hoop boards with black
Did you
box
know
or an open
that when
logger?
removing your props, you should get a good grip on your motor bells to avoid damaging your motors or your frame.
Look at his outro. Just having fun, boys.
Good morning.
This would have been perfect for YouTube Shorts, but we let these out. Look at these. These were a year ago. This was before YouTube Shorts picked up. Some of these, they're There's
Just
only
woke up.
3 of them that are listed. There's 4 more you guys have never even seen. They're unlisted. Didn't even end up doing anything with them. But they were fun.
Shenanigans videos.
Oh, there's plenty more. There's plenty more where that came from. Some good ones, though. If you want to watch some good shenanigan videos, there's plenty there.
Re-release as shorts.
Oh,
blew
good
that
morning,
harmonica
Mr. Boner
into my
FPV.
soul.
We're getting ready to roll soon. You're
That
just
is
on
a cool
time
trick.
for me
I
to
do
leave.
have a lot of problems flying backwards.
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do is fly
LMAO,
backwards.
that's awesome.
Absolute favorite thing to do is fly backwards. So much fun.
You can sit down here.
Yeah, okay.
How have you guys been preparing to judge iGal 3?
Minus being 3 pretty judgy bitches since birth, we've also been studying.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny videos that are just kind of hidden gems where we were making fun of stuff. And there's a referee OG, his first appearance. I don't even remember why this came up, how we thought of this.
Parks to put some of our skills to the test.
Can you stick 2 quads together
Of
and
course
have
he
2 pilots
hit
fly?
me in the face
Pilots
with
take
something.
over when the quad
Shocker.
flips over. LOL.
What is this?
Funny.
What?
Was
Who are
that
you?
Gordon Lightfoot? LOLOL.
Good times.
Play it.
Good times. No, I don't want to go through and play all these because there's a bunch. There's a bunch of these are funny. That was us. So every iGal, they do entry videos for the pilots, and we did like a judges entry video. So we did this whole meme about how we were all preparing to be judges by like, Malty was watching old episodes of Simon Cowell so he could like get, like whatever, like he practices saying Simon Cowell lines.
That's worth a shrimp.
OG dressing up
What up
as
at
a referee.
FPV? Hey man, I still got yad
and handing
behind
numbers
on
out.
lots, man. Body is giving me issues, man. But I have
anyways.
not forgotten, man.
There's some good ones in there.
Sayati FPV was doing a Fractal HD build yesterday. Said you're a boss pilot and you guys should do some more streams.
I talked to my best friend, Ciati. I talked to Mr. Ciati earlier today. I sent him a message about his stream last night, which I did not hear him say that, but that's very sweet of him to say. And he is a very sweet man. And I have to be clear when I say that I am being totally honest when I say that I think he is a sweet man.
Those fall leaves have me all steamy.
I hope they do. They got me steamy. Look at those things up there. And soon they're gonna fall. Like outside, yeah, but in stream too. It's gonna rain leaves. We're gonna get real white girl for fall time around here. I hope you guys are okay with that. Pumpkin spice lattes
Moist.
on the way.
Who else is in your live stream guest soon?
Let me pull up the list.
I'm rooting for you in that boxing match.
I'll give you guys
You,
a little
8-bit.
sneak peek.
Take your time, buddy.
You're rooting for me in the boxing match?
Sio8I was very critical about the Fractal last night.
He was critical about the Fractal, was he? Might be retracting my friend request. What did he say about the Fractal?
Yeah, he was. I watched a few minutes of his stream. Them turned it off.
Aw.
Eve was there.
Eve was there and he was being critical about it. What did he say? Anything of note? Hang on. By the way, whoever asked about Underhog, I got you. Hang on.
Fractal was in the stream. You're a white dude, though.
So? What does that have to do with anything? What does that mean? I don't know how to party? I beg to differ. I'm
I'm
Irish,
surprised he likes you, lol.
He doesn't like white people? What are you talking about? Are you talking about two different things at the same time?
What? At Gordon it seemed
what I
more
said.
like insecure in his building it. Haha. If you ain't black, don't vote for me.
It seemed more like he was insecure in his building?
Mike, what do you mean?
I don't know what Mike means. I'm curious too. I'm wondering what Mike means. What did you mean by
When the
that
stream
exactly?
turn racist.
What did you mean by that?
Yeah, he had troubles. Can you speak a bit Irish?
Did Mike just leave? Gaelic? No, I can't speak any Gaelic.
LMAOO.
I can actually speak Tagalog randomly
we can
a little
IP
bit.
and the world is going crazy.
I haven't spoken in a while, but I
Ha
can
ha.
randomly speak
Pew,
Tagalog
pew,
because I work
pew.
with a bunch of Filipino dudes, and so they taught me a whole bunch. But I can't speak any Gaelic at all, unfortunately. No, I wish I could.
Jerome
but
on 65 fractal.
Way too dumb to learn another language. The loosest grip on the English language. I don't want to risk it with any other one. So I'm going to continue spending the rest of my life just trying to get English
I speak
down.
gibberish pretty well.
Me too. Pretty proficient at it.
Only a few will get that LOL. You can learn Dutch, for sure. I don't speak Gaelic, but $20 is $20. Yet, I joined
It's
the
true.
stream late. It was strange.
That's true.
Just think I did not give the fractal a solid chance. Sigati.
That's
Just
fair.
noticed that Whitechapel shirt.
That's fair.
Calm down.
Oh, this is
people,
this is
LOL.
a fractal engineering
I
shirt.
can read black box, but I can't speak it.
This is a fractal engineering
The only
shirt.
other language I want
Speaking
to learn
of the
is sign
fractal
language.
engineering
Hogate
quad,
J.
Siati, you son bitch, I'm gonna be in your DMs again, bugging you now. I'm gonna send him a DM and be like, "What's your problem with
At
the
8-bit
with the
underscore
fractal?"
FPV I only watched 80% the VID. Did he get all critical after? Glad Fractal was there to defend it.
Okay, so our guest list for some future episodes. Now, I do need to preface. I'm only telling you guys this because you're on stream, and so I'll give you a little sneak
I never
peek.
learned to speak sign language either.
But I do need to preface by saying none of these people have agreed to come on. Well, that's not true. Some of them have, but I don't remember who, and I'm not going to go.
I support
through them all.
fracking.
But, these are just ideas that we had. That's all. Just ideas. I'm not going to say if any of them are planned or anything.
Language, but my fingers tasted funny.
Because I don't know.
I did.
Okay.
I know just a little bit of sign language.
Yeah, just a little bit. I actually know quite a bit of sign language. That's true. My son's been teaching me. He's been one of his teachers at school. Keeps showing him new stuff. And I've been retaining a little bit of that. It's kind of fun. So first off, there is a new drone racing series starting up. I believe it's MDR, Major Drone Racing, MDRL, Major Drone Racing League, Major Drone League, MDL.
He blames things on the frame that I didn't feel was the issue, but yeah, kinda. Then when he realized Fractal was there, tone changed.
Oh,
At
really?
Gordon, I missed the last %20 of the video. I have to go back to it.
I'll have to go back and watch the rest now too. I only watched a little bit in the beginning.
I know most sign language.
I'll have to go back and watch it. Oh, I love awkward situations. Cringe is my favorite. It's like my favorite pastime. I love cringe moments. Those are, they just, they get me right here, and it makes your skin crawl. Oh, I love that.
Is what I know. Talking shit behind people's backs right in front of them. Haha.
Yeah. And then you realize they're in chat. Like the other night when he was talking about infinity loops, he was like, infinity loops, infinity loops, infinity loops, infinity loops. He didn't realize I was in the chat the whole time. And he was like, oh, did somebody tell you I was talking about you? Nah, man.
I know English, Spanish, and Spanglish.
Anyways, okay. So the new drone racing league that's starting up, we were going to try to get AK on to talk to him about it. AK is
I have the fractal frame kit
very
and I
fast,
am waiting for my
very
fractal
talented
75 find and fly in
racer.
the mail right now.
So we're gonna try to get him on soon. Who else do we have on here that I don't mind sharing? Jesse Perkins is another one I think we're gonna try to get on really soon. I feel like it's only proper to have Mr.
I am
Tiny
a supporter
Whoop on.
of fractal engineering. The shirt looks like black metal band shirt.
That's exactly why he did it. Eve is a huge black metal fan from Fractal, the guy
LMAO,
who designs
that's
all
funny
of them.
AF.
Yeah, this
Headman's
is
off.
his shirt. Yeah, he's into some cool stuff. So his merch has all turned out really neat. So yeah, Jesse Perkins, Zotek is on there for sure. Would love to talk to him. Billy Yu from Mobility Gates. Angry Don. It's never going to happen. That's so unfortunate. I don't think it would happen anyways because I don't think Don's speaking English is very good. He can type it really well, but I
did the
don't know that he
Fractal
can speak it
65
very
and
well.
I liked how easy it was
So
to
it
tune,
would probably been
but I
pretty
didn't
rough.
like the way it didn't turtle out of
God,
carpet.
that would have been a fun
And I think
conversation,
the
man.
Ducks
I would have
plus
loved to have
carbon
sat and
combo
just talked to
robbed
him like
some
that.
thrust, but otherwise solid. Crone Dramps. At 8bit_FPV,
is
I
Drone
seen
Camps
him
on
drilling
here?
out the post and struggling a bit was where I left off.
Drone Camps isn't on here.
Kebab?
His name actually may have been on here before too, Drone Camps, and I may have taken it off because I was like, no, let's be serious.
Robot Lady could translate.
Angry
I need to build the
Don.
Fractal 75 kit I have here. eDoc sent me the 2 Fractal frames to log for him and advise on filters.
Kebab?
And me.
I don't think
am I
Kebab would
right?
want to talk to us. I think Kebab would be like, you guys are stupid and dumb, and this channel is insignificant, and I hate it. Brush your teeth. Goodbye. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think Kebab's probably on here.
Pu Tang EENAMO. Kebab is too busy being a dentist
Scratch
and
that.
all.
He is not on here.
I mean, today's video is DJI Avita Camps.
Let me keep going down the list here. Skipping a few. Shutterbug's on there. Although, full disclosure, we did try to get Shutterbug for
I wonder if Drone Camps even seethes quietly in stream. At Gordon, he makes nice quads.
We tried to get Shutterbug for a content creator call-out challenge, and he's really busy. So it's hard to get him for stuff. So
Kebab would talk to you guys,
getting
but he
him
would be bored.
to sit down.
Yeah, he didn't prep for the build
for that
before
long
showing
would
it.
probably be a
Yeah,
little
the
while.
M2 screws would work, and at
probably
the
be a little
time
while
I
before
did
we could
not
get
know
that worked out.
Fractal did not use M2 FC mounting. All avatar crashed there? LOL.
Kebab would talk to you guys, but yeah, he would just be bored the whole time. Dan and Liz, Skittles and Ribbit, they host iGal every year. So hopefully before iGal starts, we'll have them on to talk to them about iGal and how they got into it. Nathan Loops is on the list, but I don't know that he'd want to talk too much FPV stuff. He's a really interesting person. He's got a really interesting backstory, especially when it comes to when he first got into FPV and his accident and getting sponsored by Happy Model. He's got a pretty interesting story. So I'd love to sit and talk to him and learn more about him because he's really interesting, but I don't know that he'd want to do it. Callisto is on the list.
Interview and vice versa.
Because I'd love to talk to him more about just himself. I don't really know a whole lot about the dude. Rue is on there. Aviation is checked off. He was on the list. Tyrant is on the list. Which actually I spoke to Tyrant about coming on, and I don't remember why we didn't. I'll have to go back and check. Kelvin and Darren from Newbie some guy, Boner FPV. I don't know if you guys know him. He's just like, I don't know, he's this dude. He like makes stuff, maps or something. I don't know. Anyways, he's on the list.
At 2 Sennheiser, I can't wait for mine.
And then
I am so impatient I ordered
Eve
the Fractal
Fractal and
75
Nick
kit
Burns,
and put my
which
Mobula
we
6
did both
into
of
it.
those episodes already.
MCK? Bubby? Ha ha ha. Not because...
I would love to have Minchan on. I don't know that he would want to talk to. I don't know. I'd like to talk to him, but I wouldn't want to talk to him about racing. I'd want to talk to him about like what got him into FPV, what he did before it. Where did this focus come from? Like, did he have any background in video games like a lot of us did? Yeah, I'd have questions for him that weren't really pertaining to racing, I guess. That's the other thing about In the Loop that I want to do with these episodes is I kind of don't want to talk about FPV too much with them. Maybe their journey getting into FPV and some small things about FPV, like what's your favorite thing to fly or, you know, whatever, little generic questions like that. But for the most part, I'm more interested in like the people that are in FPV, not so much why the people are in FPV, if that makes sense.
Your boring heads, LOL. Not
oh,
how
and
I...
Bubby would never come on this channel, ever. I still have this. Hang on. I saved it. I had to screenshot it because I bet you when and if I don't know how many videos exist for the BB motors. But I had to screenshot it. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, garbage. Bunch of garbage. Oh, there it is. Okay, look. See that right there? Bubby liked my picture. And you know what the picture was? It was the picture of his motors. Right before I smashed them with a hammer.
Meant that. He's just not really into tiny whoops. Angry Dawn should use Robot Lady. Have Big Nerns interview heads and have Crone Damps interview OG.
Oh God.
Well, hey. G-Day Stu here.
Nice, do it.
At Gordon, hopefully
We
you
could
get
have Stu
ER
on.
soon.
I didn't think when we made this
You can
list, he
interview
wasn't
me.
making videos at the time. That
We
was when he
should
was
make
on
a
his
poll in the chat.
hiatus.
I talk a lot. Yoy should ask Neil Merrick, NM Grower. There's a crazy video of MCK when he was 4 years old flying 3D heli.
No shit.
BBB, but why wouldn't he? LOL. New bi-blade didn't fit on BBS motor.
It
Ha, ha, ha,
didn't.
ha.
No way. On mine either. Flew right off. Go figure. Could have something to do with those wonky little motor shafts they put on that little dilly-dally. Little tiny motor shaft they got on there. It's not good. Props fly right off. And fall off. I showed that on stream. I was picking them up by the props and they were just falling off onto the desk.
Props are overrated.
Pretty bad. Props are overrated. I'm going green. Going propless. 18 now. Check out my OnlyFans. I'm propless. If you guys want to catch the goods over there, take my prop off.
I met MCK once. He was in Holland for a RC helicopter contest. 4-year-old bastard.
No shit. You met him when he was there, when he was 4?
Yet on MCK's YouTube page,
That's funny.
he does some insane 3D heli flying.
He does some insane
My
flying,
5-inch props are held on with a big OL nut. Just saying. Insane 3D heli pilot.
I'll have to check out his
FPV
3D
drones
stuff.
from 3D helis. Makes sense MCK started there. I used to fly those units for 12 years.
I came from video games. I had nothing to do with RC anything. And tinkering. I loved tinkering. But I tinkered with like small electronics of any other kind, but I just liked tinkering. And then when I found out I could fly the things I was tinkering with, I was like, excuse me? Why didn't anybody tell me about this sooner? Oh.
Heads, does your 5-inch have big ol' nuts as well? Tamiya RC
Yes.
cars.
All my 5-inch
But
quads have big old.
I did planes, then helis.
They got them
now
big
just drones
old
and planes. I built a 2-meter wingspan plane today out of broken plane
big
parts.
old
My buddy
sweaty
crashed it on the Maiden and now it's ready to try again. I love
nuts.
drones and cars that it.
Yeah, cars too. Cars were a big thing for me. I grew up fixing and working on cars and farting around with them as well. Brandon, I'll add you to the list. I'd like to talk to Mr. Beans. I have a lot of questions, starting with one. What kind of beans? A lot of kind of beans out there. I know you say baked beans, but now you've removed the baked. Now it's just Brandon's beans. Have you expanded your roster? We got Pinto. Branching out.
Since early retirement, bonsai and drones. Show us those big ool nuts,
Bonsai and
holding
drones.
those props.
Bonsai, good idea.
MR 5-inch. Pinto beans. Get on little doggy. LOL. Beans the magical fruit. Made a P-51 Mustang slope soarer in the 90 ES. I've diversified my beans.
P-51 Mustang slope soarer in the 90s. Jeez. I got a P-51 Mustang replica. Little
Og
RC
plays harmonica.
that John Doe bought me, and it's on its way from China. I'll see it probably around
Got
June.
some near 20-year-old jades. Wants some cuttings heads.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Aw snap.
Okay, Jesus Murphy. It's almost 1:30 in the morning. I gotta leave. It's been real, y'all. How long have we been up? We're coming up on 4 hours. good God, that's a long stream.
It's super fun, heads.
All right, you crazy animals. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for chilling
But
tonight.
how did you get the beans above the frank? Good night, heads.
Hope you all enjoy your night. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Dang
Freestyle
Reeby
Friday.
chat.
New Boner FPV map. If you guys have ever heard of him,
LOL.
it's just this guy.
Twist at the top.
Makes maps. I don't
Have
know.
a good one.
I don't
y'all.
know. He's just some
1:22 a.m. Oof.
good fella.
Peace
But
out.
we'll be here in the morning.
Thanks, man.
Chilling.
Good stream.
Streaming
See ya
again.
tomorrow.
Flying.
Women
and,
be shopping.
hanging out. I think I
I
might
have
actually
sent
be
you a
doing a
VID
little
to your
IRL
messenger.
flying,
Check
possibly
those guys.
after
Good night, y'all.
after Velocidrone tomorrow morning.
Oh hi.
We'll see.
Oh bye.
We'll see what happens. Oh hi.
Later,
Oh bye.
y'all.
Thanks for stopping
Love
by.
you all.
We'll see you in the morning,
prefer
boys.
Morningwood's
Take
tracks,
care of yourselves.
Peace, love,
Good
and
night.
go for Greece. Looking forward to the stream, buddy. Sleep well. Bye. Mwah. I think I got here too late. Thanks, heads. See ya in a few hours.
G'day!
Aloha.